All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So I actually left off on this the other day. Unfortunately, I couldn't live stream any of the last 2 days. I'm kind of hoping we get Abyss Hunter here at some point because I got 3 more ingots left I'm sitting on, and I want a character to change into. In the meantime, we'll be doing some more content to try and get through that. Also, hello Weezer, good to see you. Normally the stream on Sunday mornings. This will be a shorter stream than most. I do have things to take care of. I suspect this stream will last at most maybe like an hour and a half. But yeah, I just thought I'd go ahead and stream for a little bit. Okay, so I am working on scripts now for videos. I am going to release a League of Legends video hopefully by the end of this week, and hopefully by Wednesday I'll also make a Fista and Northstar video. I don't think it'll be very well edited, but I want to talk about the speed issue regarding Fista and Northstar and what I'm going to do with that specifically. But for the most part, I have a fuck ton of college work due this week. So my college ends roughly in like 2 weeks. That'll be when hopefully we'll start getting some more videos again, like how powerful and stuff. And everyone left, so no one heard that. All right, we can actually bring in. We actually just got a character for this right now. This is exactly what we planned for. And by we, I mean me. Where the fuck is she? Oh, what's up, Lobo? You just missed everyone else. Like 2 people were here and they just left. Also good to see you again. I just geared her up, so she should be around here somewhere. I have not. Get the fuck. Okay, I'll say get the fuck out of your game. I have not used her in any capacity. Not immune to anything. I don't think they have any cleanse either. Okay, well, weak to water, I mean, that's fine. Hello, Reggie. Okay, yeah, so what we can do here is actually we can do this, no problem. Alright, so because we're bringing in her, we can bring in whoever the fuck we want. Fuck, I am running out of a roster real fucking quick. I kind of feel like I want to bring in Vayne here. I don't know. I feel like these two alone could probably do it, but I know for a fact I'm terrible, so we'll also be bringing in fuck. We'll bring in her. We'll bring in Sarah. Why not? Hopefully this will be enough to do it. Oh, there are only 2 waves? Oh. Alright, well, hang on. Okay, so oh, are you fucking kidding me right now? Okay, fuck. Weak? That's weird. Shouldn't be weak, but okay. Sorry. For context, these people are immune to both melee and range, so I have to use Garnet right away to imperil them. And now that they're imperiled, now I can do whatever I want to them with any character I choose. I could have brought a Noctis or something, and this will go by so much easier. If we fail here, we'll... Do I have any Brave Shaving? Fuck, I don't think I have any Brave Shaving. Okay, hang on. Oh, good lord. I think we fucked up here. Let me try this. Okay, never mind. We managed to break them. Whew. Good stuff, Let's go and go over here. Let's go and drop a wound. Okay, so he's gonna do it. Oh, and perfect. Nice one, sir. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna get 4 free turns. Right, we're gonna get 3 free turns right now. Beautiful. Let's just go ahead and break that guy, or we'll just drop him a little bit. Then let's head over here and let's. Wait, he shouldn't be resistant. What? Does he not have the Oh, he doesn't have debuff anymore. He's gone too many times. Fuck. Break this one. Okay, so we gotta get this down. We gotta get this on him right now. Cause yeah, so right now we're struggling from the. Oh wait. Is that an HP attack? That is. No. Okay. Yeah. No. We gotta bring in someone else to beat that little comp there. Someone a little more viable. Okay. Hang on. Because the biggest problem we're going to be doing... Oh, I already used Aerith. Fuck me. I already used my healer. Fuck. Who else heals in this game? Son of a bitch. Who else heals? On second thought, we don't need to heal if we can kill them super quickly. Let's actually... No, I'm going to try and save 8 for a duo run. Ah, fuck. Do I really want to bust in Noctis right now or not? Oof. I honestly wasn't expecting this much trouble. Hey, it's true that the Cloudfall can be argued for 2A since it transcends all creation. I believe it's possible to argue for being 2A. I don't think you could actually get very far with that argument, but it's possible. Hang on. Let's actually bring in... Let's bring in Ariana. I haven't used Ariana in a very long time. Let's bring her in. Okay, so unfortunately Garnet's not going to go fucking first, is she? Because that's the big problem on the table here, because these two characters cannot fuck with him until afterwards. So we're going to go straight for him, because I guess he's weak to fucking meal. No! No, he's not. He's just weak in general to water. That's what's going on here. Okay, I see. Beautiful damage. Let's actually just push him back a little bit, because we want to try and... I'm pretty sure Circle's protagonist wins that hard. Let's bring in the lightning. Beautiful. And there we go. I'm just gonna push this guy back right now. We're gonna focus him down because he was the big issue. Beautiful. Let's go for another Dragoony dive. That's gonna push him back at least 2 turns. Beautiful. And we got some time before he comes up again. Let's go over here. Oh, nice miss. Of course he does. Okay, I just saw the problem. He has a cleanse. Of course he does. Okay, so he's gonna go right now. And we don't have a healer still. Son of a bitch. Can we try and... Nope. I mean, it's possible we could do it. Let's just draw a Mock Wave, see if Mock Wave can break him. Oh, just barely doesn't. Are you kidding me? And we've already lost, right? Yep, okay. Alright, no, hang on. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Are we seriously... Are we... Okay, we're restricted behind him because he has magic going on. Okay, Vaughn is my only magic damage dealer I have access to right now, who's probably competent, without me just upgrading a character right now on the spot. So let's try this again. I thought for sure we'd have it with her, but it seems not. So we're just gonna have Vayne focus this fucker down, and we're gonna have Vaughn just go talent this guy. Hopefully Vaughn won't fucking let me down like he always does. Wait, what the hell? There's 2 different versions? Oh, fuck, I didn't know she had 2 different versions. Oh, all deals a fuck ton more damage. Yeah, okay, right there. That's fucking infuriating. Okay, yeah. Bust out the Earth and Eruption. Oh, he broke him too. Alright, let's go ahead and bust out Force of Will on this fucker. Because even if... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, no. Dude, this chick's gotta have a heal, right? You have a heal? She does have a heal. Okay, fuck it. She has a heal. I was gonna say, there's no fucking way. I don't want to... I can't believe for a fucking second this character would be this fucking useless. She has to have something else going for her. Alright, so it does have a heal. So we'll just fuck off with this one for now, and we'll just continue. I was gonna. Okay, so we didn't even have to leave the other ones, but honestly, I think we're gonna have much better luck with Vaughn here because he does do actual fucking magic damage. All right, let's go ahead and let's start busting out the white whirl. Let's see how far we can go on this guy before. All right, beautiful. Oh, okay, cool. We actually have Let's go and just do a kick real fast. Yeah, that's fine. Our sewer bolts this way. I don't like the fact that it cleanses so much. Oh. Okay. Let's go ahead and bust out a mock wave here. Actually, I think these two come from the same game, right? Vaughn and Vayne are from the same Final Fantasy game. Oh fuck. Okay, let's just go and do our Thunder Flash real quickly. I don't want to risk Vaughn dying here like that. Alright, is Gaze... Oh, so Gaze is a debuff. Oh, does he really have... No, he does not have blind. Okay, good. Oh, I would have been fucking pissed. Okay, come on. Fuck. We really need to drop this guy now. Okay, Vayne's up, but Vayne cannot hurt you, so we're just gonna... Fuck, I kind of want... Oh, I kind of just want to go to the fucking EX at this point, because we are getting fucking...
Yes.
bombs on.
Back for my food. So, I'll answer the two questions. First one is a little bit easier. A little bit. I just usually say the Clifoth is low 2A. Because as I've said before, I believe destroying the demon world is low 2A. Because I've already stated that the infinity simply is represented through dimensions, but they're not full-sized universes. So any 2A character would simply have higher AP than the god tiers of DMC. And the Clifoth should obviously be above them since it gives them that power, or power that transcends that. If you want to say that the Clifoth transcends all, you can, but I'm going to need more statements for that. One more research. The second one is super easy. Well, I guess it's a little bit more complicated. So Sekiro versus Jin. I mean, I guess if you just play Ghost of Tsushima, Jin doesn't really fight any, like, superhuman people. He's just like a human that's like the pinnacle of how strong he is. He's not really that like powerful. Whereas Sekiro fights like demons and like lizard people. He fights a dragon. He fights characters that can wield and throw literal lightning at him. So he would probably just speed blitz Jin. He's also immortal. So even if Jin kills him, he'll just resurrect from the dead over and over again. So Jin, even if Jin like can somehow like beat him, he's eventually gonna lose. Like, or not beat him, even if he can kill him, which I don't think he's gonna do. He'll just come back from the dead over and over and over again until he wins. And this is confirmed by resurrection on the spot, by the way. So it's not like a 30-minute thing where we could like DQ Sekiro if he takes too long. Where he just loses the fight because he took too long to continue it. It's immediately, like a second or two. So as soon as Jin like sheathed his sword, Sekiro's getting right back up. So he takes that. Probably negative difficulty, for being honest. Also, how's it going, everybody? Zim, they require a voice. Answer for them.
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to focus on how to fucking beat this shit. Because this stage is pissing me the fuck off. Okay.
What day is it currently? It is the 29th.
Doesn't Sekiro also have a magic sword? I don't know. Mangler, does Sekiro have a magic sword?
He does have a sword. I don't know if I would say it's magic. He does have ninjutsu, but like ninjutsu is kind kind of inconsistent. At least, well, his ninjutsu, like ninjutsu as a concept, is kind of inconsistent because depending on what verse you are, it kind of determines what it's made of. In Naruto, it's kind of like elemental spirit stuff ish. It's really a little bit undefined, and it's the closest thing they have to a magic system, while not exactly being magic.
It looks like magic. It acts like magic.
Yes,
but it's not magic. I can't believe
it's blue, magic. It's red, it's green, and it glows, but it's not magic. Wait, you can shoot lightning from your fingertips? Wait, you can shoot fire from your fingertips? Wait, you can manipulate ice? Yup. Is it magic? Nope. Doesn't Sekiro have them? Oh yeah, so the red sword is the immortal blade. Basically, it means that Sekiro, within his own, well, not within his own verse, but I guess this is just an example, can kill pretty much any person who's confirmed to be immortal. Granted, the immortality that he's killing is like parasitic, like resurrection immortality. So I wouldn't say it's like multiple different types. Actually, wait, no. There are a couple. So he'd kill people who can't die from normal wounds and people who can resurrect from the dead. Like those two types of immortality. And technically parasitic. So he's got like those three different. So about a third of the immortalities on the list he can wipe out with the immortal. So it's not going to really be effective against Jin, because Jin's just going to die from normal wounds anyway. Isn't the red sword some kind of magic? I mean, I guess the black one, which is its alternative, has powers of the underworld, where you can like revive the dead. So if you want to say it's magic, feel free. I mean, actually, wait, hold up a minute. Does thou have Sekiro on hand? Thou does. Hold up, I'll get you your answer shortly.
Fuck me, do I really not have any fucking healers besides... Oh, damn it.
Tag me and Zim, I'll heal them up right quick. I'll just do the you thing where I tell them how much of a loser they are, and then because they're embarrassed, they'll actually like start doing stuff.
If only it were that simple. Okay, so hang on. If I use her now, wait, hang on. What's the team comp to beat? Who beat this on fucking? I feel so fucking like. I'm astounded by how little healers I actually fucking have. Like, you never notice this shit. Ninja Gaiden swords are usually better. I mean, you could argue for some with the DMC thing, but like, because the only good one in what is that team comp? Okay, and
I can always find the most interesting stuff in the DMC chats.
Do you actually?
You won't believe what I found today.
What'd you find?
So apparently some people are asking like information in regards to Mission 12, where Dante goes through the visits their old home and the little secret entrance that can be used from the back of their house, and how it requires human blood to be opened, and people are wondering if Dante and Virgil just sacrificed a bunch of kids when they were adults and were like, you know, they were occulted. Because it does require human blood to open. So, what do we say? Yep. This part over here, like, I got this from a blood bank.
Well, okay, Yamato, again, like, you can make a case, like I said, for the DMC sword. The only thing you can make a case for is Yamato. Because Devil Sword Dante by itself is not going to be very good. See, this is the thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand about DMC. Those weapons are only good for those people. They're not going to be good for you or me if we get a hold of them, except for Yamato. So it's like...
Oh, wait. I think he was just talking, like, which one a character could use if they could use their abilities. Wait, where'd you clarify?
Well, he's specifically saying the swords, so like I'm
Well,
interpreting the swords as like
no,
general.
like if we could create a fictional character that could use them, or Reggie, are you referring to someone who can bypass the activation requirements, or just if hypothetically they were dropped in our hands?
Again, like
Because the answer is different. If we're going by the one where they're dropped in our hands, then Zem's correct. Most of them are useless. Yamato is the only one that's not that you needed anything else. What? Sorry. Did I say the quiet part out loud?
but that's pretty.
Oops.
Okay, hang on. Lightning gained her LDM burst in literally like 3 fucking days. Do I really want to use her right fucking now?
I don't know anything about the dragon sword, so Zim's gonna have to clarify that.
It's just an AP stat increase, but it's a massive one. So,
Does it actually work for people, like normal people?
as far as I know, yeah. I mean, like most people can't withstand its power, so you would need training. But besides that, yeah, you can pick it up. I mean, granted, it'll probably kill you after a certain amount of time because you're probably not fully trained, even though you think you're ready. You know, and then when someone dies, they're like, "Oh, why didn't you warn us?" And then I did. Look, I'm getting off topic here.
I'm saying if the characters clashed with each other. I guess if we equalized all stats, which swords would win?
Okay. Let me. That's a little more complicated.
I mean, I think the swords from Inuyasha would be more effective than what he's describing the true dragon sword to. Because if we're accounting for AP, then the dragon sword is just an AP buff, right?
Yeah, but it is basically indestructible. It can also take different forms, and technically it's in its pure, unaltered state right now, so it would probably be more sturdy as well by a massive margin. I mean, so the question on the table here is have any of these swords been broken before? It would definitely be something to put on the table, but like we don't know the case for how some of these swords broke to begin with.
Well, so in regards to their ability for Yamato and Rebellion can simply be broken by something that has more demonic power. Yamato, it never got confirmed how it got broken. For full core. Not because Virgil was in a wounded state, so like we can't really confirm someone can like break it through normal means.
Training has nothing to do with each other. You can only use a dragon if you have dragon blood. No. Regarding on training. Even then, if you want to take that route, the Archfiend Blade and the Dark Dragon Sword were stated to be comparable, if not equal, to the True Dragon Sword, and those can be used by anybody. So, like, okay, so one sword's out of the table. Only once DMC only gets one fucking sword if we just talk about it plopped into our hands.
So the Mortal Blade statement specifically is that it says an Odachi capable of slaying the Undying. Crimson Blade will take the one who dares draw it. Without the power of resurrection, one could not hope to wield this weapon, which allows one to defeat even the infested beings. One concealed within Senpo Temple, the blade is inscribed with its true name, Gracious Gift of Tears. No statement in regards to it being like magic specifically, though there are some other things I can look through. Oh yes. So the black mortal blade, all the information we have was given to us by Ashina, and that's that. In addition to the red mortal blade, there exists one that is black in color. Its name is Open Gate, and is said to hold the power to open a gate to the underworld. It is through this power that it creates life. I beseech you, make offerings for the dragon's blood.
Okay, so if this doesn't work, we're gonna have to bring in fucking the other guy.
Why doesn't that sword belong in the Ninja Gaiden universe? Answer that question.
Because Ninja Gaiden basically just become dead or alive, so...
Were you over here like, did someone say dragon's blood?
Well, I mean, Reggie could be right. It's been a while since I've looked at Ninja Gaiden specifically. I'm not going to sit here and say with absolute certainty that I'm 100% right.
I just find it funny that we're talking about, like, you need dragon's blood to use a sword, and then literal sword over here is just like, hey, I need some dragon's blood.
To be fair, the true dragon sword can one-shot most greater fiends and can neg regen, which the others can't. I don't know about the one-shot and true greater fiends there. I don't recall that one ever occurring. Okay, so I should knock him back to...
So if we're talking Inuyasha swords, I guess it depends on what we talk. If we're talking like the totality of all swords, or just like individual ones of our choosing. if we're talking individual ones of our choosing, Yamato is obviously going to be the highest, but then I would probably put the Drew Dragon Sword after this based on what you're describing me. Because the thing about Inuyasha's swords is that while a lot of them are pretty good and cool, um, they don't really have like multiple really good abilities. I mean, yeah, Sesshomaru has one that apparently stops healing factors, but like that's all it really does.
Doesn't
He
it
also
cause
has
necrosis or no?
something like that. There's also a sword that he does that can't kill anybody. All it does is heal.
Okay,
Um,
so okay, we gotta keep that in mind.
and then Inuyasha's thing does like it can create like I think he can create like some portals or space or something. He is like, or it's the Tensei guy. So the Tensei guy can also like when it turns red, it can break like shields and barriers. It can shoot energy waves, control some wind, which is kind of cool. But that sounds like generic anime power ups. Like
Are
they're not really
you
like that
kidding me
effective.
right now? Oh my god, no! Oh my goodness. Are you fucking kidding me?
So the Mortal Blade specifically says that. So it does require spirit emblems to use. With the flash of the blade slashes through enemies, leaving a reddish-black noxious mist. The sweeping mist extends the range of the blade.
I mean, I'm not doubting your assertion there. I mean, there's probably some evidence there to support that. I'm just saying, like, okay, but like the problem is that we don't know how. I mean, Greater Fiends are strong, sure, but we don't know how strong they are in general. Okay, so we missed. Oh, that's annoying as hell. I fucking hate. Okay, so I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna do this one. Fuck me. What? Lightning, you. That should have. That should. Hang on. Are we not gonna do damage here because of how the fucking start? Yeah. Okay. Wait. Hang on. No, we're good. We're good. She imperiled him. It's not as much damage as I would like, but it's still pretty good. Hello.
So I'm kind of trying to like. I need a confirmation of like descriptions for the spirit emblems in this game. If the spirit emblems are confirmed to be magic, then I could say. I mean, then I could probably say that it's like that the if spirit emblems are confirmed to be magic, then I could definitely say that the uh, dragon sword, or not the dragon sword, fuck, the immortal blade and open gate are definitely magical swords. But I don't have a description for spirit emblems in this game. It's not giving me anything.
Okay.
Which is weird.
Okay.
Zim's over here like fucking disappointed. How embarrassing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the problem is I don't have any fucking magic damage dealers to bring in here. That's like the only fucking. This would. Your magic.
Yes, I am. How did you know?
Do I have.
Does any of the Inuyasha swords or DMC swords boost the user's power? It's been a while since I've watched Inuyasha. I'm just telling you the things I remember. I'd have to go back and like check it out myself.
Watch that Avatar video? I did, yes.
DMC swords definitely do. If anything, if you want to like, granted they do other things. Sparta has been shown to boost power even later in the series. In 5. Granted, you could argue that was through a multiplier, but the fact that it still multiplies at the degree of power that they're at is like incredible. It'd still be useful to any 2C or 2B character. Assuming, you can actually control demonic power. Otherwise you might, turn into a demon or something.
Watch, we don't know what gives Trish an actual fucking
That's because Trish never used it. Yeah, Trish just had it on her back, but she never like tapped into it. She never needed to. Whereas Dante's like, oh yeah, I guess I need this Sparta power activate. Like again, people say like she uses it, but like she uses it in gameplay. Like, she never actually uses it in the story of 4. She just takes it, puts it on her back, runs over to the Fortuna, and is just like, hey, I found the Sparta sword. Tee hee 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 hee. And then just gives it to him. And, like, okay. Like, even when Sanctus was trying to draw power out of it, Sanctus didn't do anything with it. He didn't, like, turn it into a scythe. He didn't use any of its, like, greater abilities. He didn't use its power to, like, revive people. Like, the Sparta has multiple different powers and abilities that are not used by it. He didn't use any of them. He didn't even use the scythe. The scythe is, like, the most basic function of it. He's just like, yeah, no, I'm going to swing this around and just, like, Spartan charge people with it. Look at my diet stinger.
Oh, that's infuriating. That is so fucking infuriating. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. How many abilities does it take to do this? Please, please do not die, baby. Please do not freaking die. Oh, no, he's not gonna die. That's not killing him. That's not killing him. He should be fine. He should be fine. Okay, fuck. Hang on. Xenia Metal Gear, who wins? Raiden versus Grey Fox? That's not even a question. Raiden would fucking stomp out Grey Fox.
What's a Grey Fox?
He's a character that appeared in Metal Gear Solid 1. He's another cyborg like Raiden, but Raiden's a much superior cyborg and has really better beats.
He would win by rules of nature. Dabs. Sorry. Dude, if you just put Raiden in like a music versus matchup against any character in the Metal Gear Solid series, he probably wins. Well, okay, hang on. If he fights other Revengeance characters, he probably loses because he has the worst theme in the game.
I'm talking NG2 Raiden.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
Damn it.
Okay, wait. But that's not fair. That's not, I mean, like, okay, we can do that, but that's not really a fair matchup.
I know the music in that game is incredible. Oh, wait, we're actual talking. We're talking actual power scale. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was saying if this is like a dance off, I mean, you're gonna be disappointed with the results. We know Sam is the best theme. I mean, people. I would say people pretty much debate. I still debate, like to this day, like whether or not, like I can't really pick one honestly between Sam and. Well, I guess if you want to say Raiden's theme is like it has to be this way, I guess.
That's Armstrong's theme, but whatever.
Sure, Armstrong, whatever. I mean, this is I just say because you could probably just give him like either the Metal Gear Excelsius theme or like the theme that he played when you were fighting on top of Metal Gear Excelsius.
Well, isn't that just what theme was that one though?
It doesn't really have any lyrics.
Wait,
it's just instrumental.
Mangler, don't let the chat go fast.
No, I agree with it.
Alright. Sorry guys, Mangler's trying really hard not to spoil anything about the MC5 SE for himself, so like
I have 2 weeks. 2 fucking weeks, and I will skin all of you alive.
So try your best not to upset the poor boy.
Please stop it. Reggie, I had to delete your stuff without somehow looking at it. And it's a good thing it wasn't significant enough because I don't remember what it was. Are you serious? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to... Dude, I spoiled myself on DMC5. Guess what? That wasn't a good idea. Trying not to do it with the DLC.
That was a great idea. I don't know what the fuck he's on about.
Like, understand that none of us have access to Virgil right now. So, like, it's a completely fair argument for me to be like, hey. Because I don't have access to it.
Samurai of Darkness should be going off right now. Hang on. So, let's kill this fucker right now, because this fucker has just been giving me a fucking nightmare.
I did watch Seth's Avatar video, by the way, but only, like, 3/4 of it, because I stopped at the Universal arguments. I was like, nah, I don't want any of this.
Okay, we are free move right now. Let's go to Need Arrow.
We only have 2 people watching the stream.
Yeah, well, I mean, no one's expecting a stream on Sunday, to be honest. It's only to be expected. Wait, did we not break him yet?
How embarrassing.
You gotta give it that gravitas.
Okay, let me try again. Here. Full throttle. Are you ready?
All right.
I'm doing my breathing exercises. The wind is pumping. My chest is burning. My thighs are in place. My shoulders are arched backwards.
What the fuck? Okay.
I have to take a stance for this. This is okay. How embarrassing! There we go.
That's bad.
I got my one up of the day.
Okay, so let me take a look here. What's going on. He did say at the end that he could just beat nuke level, so I mean, yeah, but so like, okay, so I'm not trying to
cop out answer. Sorry, I didn't say that out loud, did I?
Hang on. I'll bring Daniel over here. Why not? Hey, Daniel. Currently on stream, so behave yourself a little bit.
Say what?
Currently on the stream right now, so behave yourself a little bit.
Okay, first of all, I
just
will
a little
conduct
bit
myself in the manner I choose, but it's good to hear from you too.
Sorry, it's because like I've had people show up on the stream and then the stream gets ruined because like they say things that let's just say aren't very friendly for stream content.
Oh, so you need this to be a rated PG-13 type conversation? Is that what I'm
PG-13
hearing?
No,
is
absolutely
where
not.
we want to
Absolutely
sit.
not. It can be M-rated. It just like don't say anything that you think like YouTube would like get my ass on.
They get your ass on anything, period.
I know.
I would say don't say
become so
anything you
damn
don't say in
censored.
public, but I don't know if you guys are
I
as
always
responsible as I am.
I love when my teachers will tell me, listen, Joshua, just don't say anything you would say in public, and then they shut up for a minute. They look at me and they're like, don't say anything I wouldn't say in public.
They're just like, wait a minute, allow me to rephrase that statement real quick.
Man, my teachers have been trying to make me develop a filter since I was in fucking third grade. It's called freedom of speech. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want to say.
Yeah, see, that's stuff like that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, I honestly, like, well, I wasn't as bad as in the third grade. I mean, I just got sent to the principal's office all the time because, like, I remember I would get in trouble for back talking.
Reggie, you didn't hear it from me, but that might be accurate. I didn't say anything.
Speaking of Bayonetta,
Snitch.
Apparently Bayonetta 3 will be released in the second half of 2021, but then again, even Kamiya doesn't know when Bayonetta 3 will be released. Well, is Kamiya even still, Daniel?
No, he's not directing 3.
He's not?
How do you know that?
Because he's not listed as the director.
Wait, how do you guys even have this information?
So if I recall correctly, there was a leak recently about.
That leak's been out for a while. I've had that for months.
You talk about that leak where she apparently meets her alleged siblings.
No, I don't know about any plot. I don't know about any plot.
No. It was a Nintendo leak for like a bunch of the games that they were going to release in 2021, and Bayonetta was listed in the second half of 2021. No information was released about the game, just its release date.
You think it'll have the same art style, or you think they'll change it?
Who knows? It's anyone's guess.
Well, they're actually talking about they developed a new type of engine to keep up with this current gen of games and whatnot in terms of graphics, gameplay, and all that stuff. And they're going to switch.
That might explain why they're taking so long.
I hope that's the case because this game's been in development for what, like 3 or 4 years now.
So if they Daniel, do you know if they switched engines halfway through or if they started on this one that you're mentioning? Because that's what happened with Cage 3.
Apparently.
Yeah, no. That's what happened with Cage 3. That's why it took so freaking long. They had like the full game, or not full game. They had like most of the game developed by 2014, and then they had to swap, so they had to restart everything from scratch.
But Cage,
basically they developed. Basically, they made like a whole other engine for the games, and they even made Astral Chain on this engine, and they're getting used to it. And now that they're used to it, they switched over Bayonetta 3's progress to that, so it can keep up with next-gen consoles. They said apparently it's going to be crazy. It's going to raise the bar, and it's going to not only going to change the series as a whole, but it's going to change all of games, period. There's not going to be another game like this, apparently.
So wait, does this mean that Bayo 3 is going to look like really different from like 1 and 2 cutscene wise?
I hope so, personally. But they said it's still going to be the Bayonetta we know and love. There's just going to be a hell of a lot of tweaks. There are going to be different types of gameplay mechanics and all kinds of stuff. They're making some pretty big promises. They say they're really ramping up the series. They want to surpass 2 and 1 in every single category.
Just
And they want to change all of the hack and slash games, period. So they're making a very, very, very big promise, and my expectations are unquestionably high this time around. But given how long we've been waiting, and the fact that we're talking about Hideki Kamiya, the same person who made the first Devil May Cry game, which changed hack and slash forever, and they made Bayonetta when he went to Platinum Games. So I believe they can do it, but if they don't, uh,
I mean, I just set my expectations like moderate for this, so if I think they're probably going to surpass Bayo 1 and 2, but for all intents and purposes, like I still don't think Bayo 1 and 2 are even at like the level of, like, you can say what you want about the DMC reboot, but as far as the depth of that combat system and the accessibility of those options, I still don't think Bayo 1 and 2 even like touch that. So if they can beat that game, I'm going to be replaying Bayo 3 for like a long time.
Well, actually, a little curious for a minute. Have you even actually played smooth transition back? I know Chaos. Have you even actually played Bayo 2 like all that much, or no?
I played a little bit of it. I didn't get to play most of the game. Obviously, I watched the cutscenes multiple times and I watched playthroughs of it. But from what I've played, it plays very similarly to Bayo 1 with a lot of like major tweaks to like which time. The main differences are in like specific weapons you get and then enemy variety. As far as like core mechanics, it's mostly the same as Bayo 1.
Because unfortunately, it is an exclusive to Switch. So
Yeah,
I was never able to experience
I got the opportunity to play it on like a friend's like Wii U, so I never got to
use
play
my
like,
cousins, so I didn't really get to finish it either. And since they moved away, I haven't been able to play it at all. So
They really should
Yeah, I haven't been able to go back.
over the PC or something. It's a little absurd that like the game's only been on freaking
Hey, that's Nintendo for you. They want to sell consoles, so they're just like, hey, Bayo, even though that's not what's actually selling our consoles, and we could make it we could make it like non-exclusive, but we won't.
in their defense, do they really have any other mature games other than Bayonetta?
No, like that's exactly why. Like, wouldn't you want to make it third party for that reason? Among others, like. I mean, I get actually that makes even less sense. Like, it would sell more on other consoles, and you'd still get the well. Actually, I guess no. If
Not with the
it went to
PS5
PC,
and Xbox. Not with them.
no.
Hell no.
If it was at least on the PC, they'd still be getting money for it because they'd be publishing.
No,
Like you can publish a
that.
property and it cannot be on your platform. You'll just make a fuck ton of money off of it.
Yeah, no, like they'll make money regardless of whatever the situation of wherever they publish it because it's still their game.
Now,
I'm just wondering, like, we'll go ahead, Daniel.
You sure? I can let you get what you got to say out the way.
No. I just my brain kind of farted, so you go ahead with your non-farting brain.
Well, thank you. Wait, what exactly are you guys streaming right now?
Oh, I'm playing just I'm playing some game right now, dying on the inside. Don't about this. Oh,
the gotcha's getting to him.
Oh my lord!
Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Please don't kill me! Okay. Okay.
Okay, now. So basically, I want to bring up okay, y'all know I'm not the type of person to backbite, and I don't talk, and I ain't gonna say nothing I can't say to anybody. So I would really rather say all this while he's here, but I was a little irritated with Captain Blaze the way he kept cutting me off while I was trying to explain Bayo and have that debate. Now, to his defense, he did make some good points, and I heard him, but saying I don't believe it, and she got her ass handed to her over and over is talking. I don't like it when people talk over me. I'm going to hear what you have to say, but I would like to have my own turn to speak.
Yeah, okay, so I can help explain that a little bit, ironically enough, this happened I think like 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, wait, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off again, and like I said, let me make this perfectly clear. I don't have a single problem with him. I actually kind of like him. And like I said, he made some valid points. I just felt like his approach was a little bit rude. That's all.
Yeah, I was going to say, so, Hang on. It speaks in the chat. I think Kyle's at work right now, so I think he might be explaining himself right now in chat, if I'm not mistaken.
Again, I don't have a single problem with him. I like him. I just...
Yeah, no, I completely understand. A lot of us do come off a little strong when we're debating, because I remember
This
because me and
needs to be
Kyle
turned down. It's
actually
loud.
had a massive... we had a bit of a disagreement.
About what?
So it was regarding Perfect Cell versus fucking versus
speak of the devil.
Perfect Cell. Like, so we did have a disagreement recently. It's like the thing is, like, we kind of debate all the time. Or oh, hang on, since Kyle's here, apparently Chaos like Blaze is rude. Oof.
Chaos Blaze. What's that?
Oh, okay.
Wait,
so,
Perfect Cell versus who?
Oh, it was a two Perfect Cell and fucking fuck, what the fuck is his name? Cars. So the thing is, like, we kind of, and I try to explain this because you're not the first. Wait, hang on a minute. Is this the one that was duoed by Cater and what's his face? Hang on.
I am so lost right now.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to fucking formulate my words here, but because I'm also trying to fucking figure out a team comp for this next mission.
Then when he's playing Omnia, I know not why I'm here, nor what I must do. All I know is that I must kill.
Oh, that reminds me. Since I know y'all like mobile games, this is a new game that I've been into for like 1 or 2 years now, and it is so bomb. You guys have to download and play Critique of White Knights. It is fire as hell.
Critique of White Knights?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've heard of that game. Did I already fucking use her? Oh my god, do not tell me I've already fucking used her.
I'm just getting baited right now.
Alright, that's fine. That's fine. Anyways, yeah, no. So, yeah, I can understand, Daniel, that could be a little off-putting when like you get cut off a lot of discussion and stuff. It's just that so we debate a lot of the same stuff, and we've been debating for a while. Now, I don't know if you've debated too many people, Daniel, in general on the internet. Have you?
Yeah, and there's actually this app called Quora. I think if I butchered that name, I'm sorry. It's Quora. That app, and on Reddit, which hasn't exactly been very easy for me. I also got into it with some dude on Comic Vine. So
why are you trying to debate at such trash websites?
Wait, what?
Oh yeah, debating on Reddit is
Reddit can be pretty bad for your health.
Spoken Comic
Don't
Vine.
get me started. Oh my god. I needed a cold
You sound like
shower
you're
after
hurting
that
just
shit.
by mentioning it.
Like I said, please don't get me started.
Yeah, no.
Blaze, what's up, bro?
Oh no.
Yes?
Did you not hear Daniel?
I just said hey.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
Oh.
What's up, fam?
Must have cut out.
Not much. So they're going through with it, King Simp versus Bruce Lee.
Oh yeah, so for context, Bayonetta, apparently the next death battle is going to be Sanji versus Rock Lee from Naruto.
You're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Yes, I said, are you joking?
Oh, no, I'm not. Apparently we're doing it.
Are you kidding me now?
Chaos,
They
I'm
must
playing
not have
KH3.
no
What do you
good
want from me
ideas
right now?
left.
Well, actually, has Naruto only won one death battle, right? They only won the one when, they only won
on Naruto.
Right? Yeah.
Wait, did Gaara beat Toph or did she beat him?
No, he got shafted hard. And their reasons for giving her the win suck.
I was going to say, do you agree with that?
They're not even reasons. They're literally just facts about Toph.
Toph. So, Toph beat Gaara, if I remember. Yeah, it was Toph versus Gaara. Which is always a weird matchup to me. I would have gone with someone else who uses sand, not just earth.
Wait a sec, was that
I'm still super
was that
upset
part
about
1
fight
Gaara
because-
or part 2 Gaara?
No, they
If
were
that was
using...
Wait,
if
but
that was
Naruto
part
won.
then,
No, they
then,
were using
then
the
he
end
should
of the
stop.
war.
But that was part.
No, they were using the end of the war.
Yeah, no. She had no business running that.
Wait,
I always
did
assumed that was
Naruto
part
beat
1.
Ichigo? So they got one W at least.
Yeah, Naruto beat Ichigo, so we're gonna see. Well, I mean, no, let's be real here for a minute. There's no way Rock Lee wins this.
He shouldn't win.
Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one who said
To
it.
be fair, Naruto shouldn't have beaten Ichigo either. But that's just me.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, no.
Well,
Let's not open up that can of
I'll
worms. Let's
disagree
not do
on
that.
that, but like Sanji should take this fight pretty handedly.
Okay, so Tyler, you told me Cyber a little earlier, and according to him, most people agree it is a speed stomp right now.
As
A
it
speed
should
stomp
be.
for what?
For Sanji. So the main argument for Sanji winning isn't AP. It's that Sanji's astronomically faster than anything fucking Rock Lee has ever done. You know.
How so?
Sanji,
Because
you're definitely better.
One Piece characters are like light speed from the time skip onwards and relativistic just before it, and they've just got increasingly stronger and faster.
I was not aware of that, but then again, I need to get caught up on One Piece anyway. So yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody does.
Oh, thank God, I'm not the only one. See, this is why I like coming.
You can't be the only one. It's One Piece.
I actually do.
Hey,
I
now-
think One Piece is getting 1,000 chapters pretty soon.
They have over 800 episodes, if I'm not mistaken.
I think at this point, what's his name? Oda just wants to see how far he can go. He's like, well, I was writing a story, but let's see if we can break records.
Wait.
Hey, I'm not mad at it though.
I mean, no, like, obviously respect this too, but why? Oh my god, don't fucking tell me his EX is fucking melee.
What?
No, this has nothing to do with you, Daniel. This is about the game. Do not fucking,
Oh.
no. It fucking is, isn't it? Son of a
His
bitch.
game is not being very nice to him, clearly. This happens a lot, so
Don't you?
you'll get used
So-
to it if you're here.
Fuck! It is. Okay.
Hey, I'll still say this now. Like Sanji vs Ignis is a way better matchup.
Wait, so why are they matched up again? Is it just two dudes with legs that just move fast?
I
Is
don't
that
They
think
like,
focus
no,
on
no,
kick
no.
attacks.
This is the problem. Like Lee doesn't even primarily kick.
It is.
and they sort of actually no, Sanji doesn't even. I was gonna say they sort of have similar
Sanji is
haircuts, but
kickboxer.
Sanji
say
is
they don't-
heavily focused on kicks, and plus, while Lee does have chakra, he can't use any other ninjutsu or genjutsu, so he has to focus on taijutsu, whereas Sanji has... I don't really remember which type of hockey he uses, but I think he has more
He
than one.
uses
So.
armament and observation.
Yeah, so he has everything but the one that's special to people.
Hmm.
I mean,
Well-
I'm not shit talking him there. That's great. Like, I mean, it's just that. Yeah, no. He just has the generic shit.
Yeah, but that's more than enough to give him an advantage in that department.
Wait, hang on. Did Zoro beat what's her face? Because I think Zoro was already dead,
Urza.
right?
Yeah,
Urza Scarlet.
handedly.
That's one of my favorite fucking death battles. Not because of
I think
not
he
because of the
did.
graphics, not because of the info, but because I was at a really low point where I really couldn't stand Fairy Tail. Yeah, he wiped the floor with Urza.
Okay, I was gonna say because I think Luffy hasn't come out yet, right? Luffy's the main one who hasn't shown up.
Wait. Are they going to use Stampede? Why would they use the One Piece movies?
Oh, hang on, let's bring Cyber in over here. Hello, Cyber.
it's just a party in admin chat today.
Dude, this is stream channel technically. Dude, if we're bringing in fucking...
Alright, fine.
If we're bringing in the movies, One Piece is gonna stomp even harder, no doubt. The movies make One Piece characters fucking bust.
Death Battle rules, it doesn't matter if Stampede's non-canon, as long as it doesn't necessarily contradict the pre-established stuff to, like, a massive degree it's being used.
Which one is
6.
Stampede?
Like island level Sanji.
Stampede is, like, the latest film, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa, hey,
It's-
hold up a minute,
I think-
Cyber. Can you repeat what you just said about canon there? Because I would love to get that in right.
Death Battle rules predicate that non-canon material can be used as supporting evidence, so long as
do
it
you
As
doesn't
long as it doesn't
inherently
contradict the
matchup.
main timeline?
Yep.
I mean,
to,
If
like,
I
a
may
massive
say
degree.
If I may say this,
did
it feels like
S&P
there's a whole
Dante
bunch
wanna
of
work?
people flooding in as soon as I come in here.
You can have minor
It
contradictions
seems
to the timeline. It can, like, I'll give you a perfect
SMT
example. Like,
Dante is on the table for any future death battles.
no. That contradicts lore lore and scaling to a massive degree. That's
It
a
technically
completely
doesn't.
non-
It technically doesn't because he's in the underworld for
Wait.
years.
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let's try and reel it back a little bit, everybody. Let's try and
Oh,
reel
I'm
it back.
sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
sorry. I just had to
so
get
sorry
that out of
about
there.
I'm gonna say, I was gonna make a joke that if you make me a mod Zim, I'm gonna rename General Communist General or Communism General.
Oh my god.
Honestly, it's like Mangler doesn't exist to you or something.
Let me just go ahead
No,
and say
we'll
what's up,
join
Simon.
forces. We'll join forces and rule conjointly.
So Cyber, so we
because
can
the
get,
last
so
two
we can
people
get
did
this
that
clear.
so well.
So we can get this clear. The King Simp is gonna win.
King Simp is winning right now. Literally, I'm going through all the notes.
Am I the
Lee is
only one
screwed
here?
unless you use. Lee's screwed unless you use this one statement. Hold on. Let me
Okay,
post it
so
in.
while he's getting that statement, Daniel, I think I heard you were talking for a second.
Yeah, I was just saying what's up to Cyber, and I had to ask a question.
Oh boy,
Go ahead.
I'm
Daniel.
getting rocked.
Who the hell is King Simp?
Oh, that's referring to Sanji.
Oh my God.
Now you think he's King Simp, but then you remember
He's
that
referred to as
someone-
King Simp.
One Piece is at least country level, no? Okay, so standard canonical One Piece is considered
There's probably some
to
One
be-
Piece spoilers embedded in that statement somewhere.
Standard canonical One Piece is usually considered mountain level.
It could be higher.
So he's
Hey, check the first paragraph of the scan I posted in general. You'll see it'll come to you in a moment. If you read through it, you'll eventually catch the line that would give Sanji that would like screw over Sanji at least AP wise.
okay.
This barrage boasts a power that equals even Lee's, who has a great command of the 8 gates. Meaning Lee scales to 6 paths Naruto.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
What is a great command of the 8 gates
Oh!
even mean?
Oh, okay.
It's a
that's
hypothetical
so
statement.
vague.
It's referring to like the way we interpret it is if you want to be generous,
during the tuning exams. Never mind. Oh shit! Can you even
Mangler,
take that
You're
if
anyway?
you want to
very-
be if you want Mangler, if you want to be
Everyone chill.
if you want to be
Kyle.
if you're going to be generous to this statement, I would assume that it means like a hypothetical, fully decked out 8 gates Lee who has like full mastery, and like he has a statement in the Boruto anime that he can now use all 8 gates. He also used the 7th gate in an anime filler episode. So like, if you want to argue 8 gates Lee like scales to 6 paths Naruto, like end of Shippuden physically, I guess you could use this statement, but you have to be kind of generous with the wording. And then
would you
go ahead.
even give him the 8 gates or just up to like 7?
You have to prove
He's used
Lee is
7th
there, though.
once. He has used 7th once in an anime filler, and he has an explicit statement in Boruto he can use all 8 now.
I need scaling for base.
Didn't that
though,
dude
to
guy
be
all
that he's
8
at-
gates at the end?
If I had my way, I'd switch.
Oh yeah,
I'd switch it up.
Guy used all 8 gates, yeah.
If I had my way, I
there
would
is
switch
one
it.
thing. We have
would
Lee
think,
at 15 times the speed of light. It's a weird
For
argument.
base?
So,
I mean,
for
even if he
6
is-
gates.
Okay.
For
Even
6
if he is,
gates.
that's not touching One Piece.
I know. Here's the argument. So, the Raikage thing, as much as I hate to bring it up, if you recalc it without using the narrative shenanigans, the scene is meant to be a narrative parallel, and you actually scale the scene pixel scaling wise, and you interpret it to be a legitimate reaction speed feat for Naruto, it's the highest you can legitimately get it is 15 times the speed of light. Assuming the Raikage was going exactly the speed of light according to the database.
Embarrassing.
And then Lee scales to this in 6 gate via the whole throws the kunai before Madara, like you know that very controversial scene that people used to argue that like he scales to Minato and speed or whatever. Like Madara upscales from that Raikage calc like crazy. But like I've always found that feat to be, if you are interpreted as a legit speed feat for like Rock Lee, it is such a weird feat. It screams outlier. How the hell does a 6 gate Lee scale to Jubi Madara with 1 Rinnegan in like reaction speed? It doesn't make any sense.
I'm just gonna
got the
assume
musty.
Madara wasn't paying attention because, like,
This is literally when Madara throws the spheres to try and kill Might Guy before Might Guy goes in for like to destroy the when he's using the 8 gates.
I'll be back.
Obito reacted to it.
So assuming you're doing
So,
heavily
like,
requested
why would
matchups
Madara
next
be
year.
able to react?
Rock Lee doesn't react. He throws his dagger, that dagger faster than the Black Ball's travel. Is the problem?
No. I was talking
That's
about
the-
earlier
Okay.
in the panel when they're on top of the 10 tails, and he basically tries to kick Madara in half, and then Obito sees him, and then like convoys.
but there is a. It's weird because like he needed to be. You could argue Rock Lee needed to be specifically amped by Naruto. Wait, was he amped by Naruto? Do you remember the scene right after
No,
Neji
by
dies?
that point the
Naruto
chakra
throws a
went
waffle.
off.
Huh?
By that point the chakra went off.
What? When
Oh.
was the chakra say to wear off in the fucking at the war arc or at that point?
No, I think no. It's I think it no. It's, okay, Naruto like gets his form back. I don't know if he covers the alliance again. It's literally right after Hinata gives him the pep talk. Yeah, and Rock Lee helps sever like I think he helps sever Madara from the Ten Tails. So like that's a really good feat for him.
That's what I'm talking about. Like he kicks through Madara and kicks him in half, but Obito reacts to him and goes into Kamui. So I just argue for that scene, Madara is not paying attention because Obito is already shown to be slower in reaction speed to him. So like it would make sense that Madara would allow himself to get hit. But then again, Madara is also a reanimation, so a normal kick's not really going to do anything. So.
I always say a normal kick, and then my guy shows up like, it's my turn.
But Cyber, assuming you guys are doing fanatical matchups, like really fanatical ones next year that like are highly requested, does that mean that we're going to be seeing Madara?
Oi, lads! I have returned.
Oh, is that Daniel? Oh, so what the fuck was that?
Alright, see you guys. I'll be back
That
later.
was my
I
British
gotta have lunch.
accent.
Later, Cyber.
Surprisingly, I was like, holy shit, we got someone else. Well, Kyle, looks like you're gonna have to wait for your question to be answered another day.
Oh well.
Or probably like later today, for being honest. Well, okay, so the problem is how I can actually get One Piece's FTL, though.
I mean, you can easily get it too. Faster than light.
But can Death Battle get it to faster than light?
Well, that bullshit.
That's the true challenge.
Real fucking quick.
That is a good question.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, no. Regarding that whole death battle situation, there, fucking Sanji should take that unless they bust out some bullshit downplay or 15. I think it's like I would need calcs for One Piece at this point because I know they want calcs for sure.
But let's put it this way: if they can in any way, shape, or form like argue that Lee can close the gap with the 8th gate, then Lee's got this. Because he just had, from what Cyber is saying, he has everything but speed over him.
Sorry, I'm mashing
Hang on
a lot.
I guess
And I'm eating.
Everyone here just doing things. Hang on. Oh,
I have to do things before I can do other things.
Also, Virgil Alucard, if you're still there, we were just talking about that for the next matchup going on. If Luffy's
Oh god, that was a good fight. Sorry, I was just
if Luffy is FTL,
I was playing some
How is
KH3.
Natsu capable
And you
of
can
catching
continue.
him? I've never heard anyone say Natsu beats Luffy, but then again,
With your imagination.
Here's the problem: is that you can get
That's
Natsu
how.
faster than light as well.
Natsu's the guy from Fairy Tail, right? He's the main character.
You can get him the faster than light.
How?
That sounds like bullshit.
Well, it's really not, because he literally reacts to Sting, whose attacks are literally light. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you want to say, "Oh, but they explode." They're fucking light.
By the power of Versus Battle Wiki, I deny. Got to channel my inner Matthew here for a minute. No. It's just funny that fucking Fist of the North Star just stomps both of them with no effort. Beautiful. I'm gonna write. Oh, go ahead.
I got a question for you, Zim.
Sure.
You asked me if I made a versus battle with thread earlier. What was that about?
Okay, yeah. So what happened was I was talking about this when we were talking about the Kyle thing. What happened is I think it was 2 days ago, Kyle, or was it yesterday?
No, it was 2 days ago.
Okay, so 2 days ago, I sat down in my computer talking to Kyle, and we ran into a Bayonetta thread. But the guy who made the thread was called Bayonetta X Menage, and so I was like, "Wait, is this Daniel's thread?" And it presented all the evidence for Bayonetta being 2C, all of her feats and stuff that this person believed would get Bayonetta upgraded. Now, obviously, I did have a problem with the feats based on what I already know. They did have a pretty good speed one there regarding the lightning, how the lightning came down and like you have to react to it almost instantaneously.
So I'm going to
work from 12:30 to 5, so you watch the most on your own. You're going to work? Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, wasn't expecting that. Alright, I guess the stream's gonna go on longer than I expected. Okay. Neat. Alright, let's try this.
I actually wanted to go over some other things for Banner, and I'm actually that happy that Blaze is here because.
Oh, I won't be here for long. It's time for work.
Oof.
Oh, I can understand that.
you
Make your money,
you
bro.
can never pin him down in one place for too long. He's
Yeah,
always busy with something.
So for context here, Kyle's in Australia, so for us it's Sunday at 11:48. For him,
He's like 14 hours ahead or something.
Monday at around 7 a.m. Right, Kyle?
Close enough. You're 12 minutes off.
Damn.
Wow, how embarrassing.
I'll be sure to kill myself later. Don't worry.
Yeah, do
I
us
was
all
actually.
Go ahead, Bando.
Just kidding.
I was actually gonna make another additional thread on the Versus Wiki about how Bayonetta has, actually does have a healing factor. Excuse me.
Oh, so
Outside of Umbran Climax.
was that Bayonetta Menage thread yours or no?
Yeah, it was mine.
I was gonna say because so I do. Did you see people reacting to it by any chance or no? Because they recently reacted to it on the threads about it.
No, I had no thing about it. I normally set my post to notify me, but I haven't received any notifications, so
No.
I felt like people just ignored it.
So, unfortunately they did, but someone recently on the new forum was like, hey, this guy made a Bayonetta post, like 6 months ago, everyone ignored it, but, you know, he put the effort in, so I'm really bringing it back up so people can take a look at it and decide for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, so obviously people disagree with it, but, I kind of find it hilarious because you can check it out for yourself later if you want. But are you familiar with weekly battles on the Versus Battle Wiki?
Weekly battles.
Yes, it's a user on Versus Battle Wiki. He's called Weekly Battles.
Weekly battles. Yeah, and I think he has a stalking from Panty and Stocking picture as his ID.
I fucking knew I recognized that girl somewhere. I just couldn't figure out where.
Yeah, that was Stocking from Panty and Stocking. Yeah, I know. Well, I wouldn't say I know Weekly, but I know of them.
Yeah. Okay. So they were talking in a thread, and then Weekly said. So Weekly says, "I wish people would stop making threads on Bayonetta because they hurt the arguments." Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the history he has with that verse in particular. But
I thought he was a supporter.
Well, he is, but so even though you brought all the evidence forward as it is, and again, you know, that was a pretty good lightning feat. Apparently, they don't agree using Antonio's notebook for some reason. I don't understand why.
Wait, he doesn't agree with Antonio's notebooks?
Apparently, the Versus Battle has agreed to not use Antonio's notebooks for some reason. You're gonna have to look for that for yourself because I didn't bother looking into that. That just seems kind of weird to me in general.
What the fuck? But that's where the world building comes from.
I think they would argue. I think there are. Well, I don't know for certain because the thread's pretty short. If you want, I can link it to you right now. I could probably find
Imagine not using Antonio's notebook when it looks the same as all the other books that you use in Bayonetta.
No, absolutely.
Like the demon.
There's literally no reason not to fucking use it.
Like if you see Bayonetta 1 and you see like it's like the Demons of Languina or it's like something like it's the name of the three. Yeah, the Angels of Languina and the Hierarchy of Inferno are like the three books. It's like they all have the same like look. They're just designed differently on the cover. It's like why would you use one and not the others?
It's the same information.
No, absolutely. The problem here is what. Here, let me see if I can. Am I going to just search Bayonetta? I think I'm going to just search Bayonetta. It just happened recently.
Oh my god, I did not. I seriously had no idea about this.
Yeah.
Wait, so what? They just insulted me, or what?
No. Here, let me see. Okay, I don't want to speak without having you actually in front of me. But because I knew it was your thread. Me and Kyle were talking about it, but we weren't really talking about your thread per se. We were talking about Weekly's perceptions here, mainly more than anything else that day. Okay, here we go. No. Okay. So right here. Here, this is the thread in question. This is linking your thread. Here, let me go ahead and just post that in voice chat text real quickly. Also, in case anyone's wondering why I do things that aren't shown on screen, it's because I no longer trust Google to search things. Because it pops up things it shouldn't be popping up.
I just remembered about a
Tis is the
time
way
where
of
I
the
seen a
internet.
man posting versus battles fandom Bayoneta's upgrade. It was wrote far ago this summer here, but I only now understand that no one actually watching in fandom. I'm not a Bayonetta specialist, but I want this at least got some attention.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously English is not his first language.
Well, don't worry. He doesn't spend much time talking throughout the thread for the most part. So the main people you want to look at is if you scroll down a little bit, you have Diamante, who is a Devil May Cry supporter, disagreeing with the upgrade. They have the reasons there if you want to take a look at it. And then Weekly. Weekly, for me, is the one I have a problem with. Because Weekly's been saying for 2 years he's going to upgrade Bayonetta. And he's been ducking it super hard.
He said what?
He's been saying for 2 years he's going to upgrade Bayonetta, and he hasn't. And you bring all the evidence forward, and then he says right here, Sai, why do people always make Bayonetta threads when I'm working on them? It really erodes the credibility of future arguments. There is no future argument. You literally brought in everything.
Wait, do you know what he was looking for in terms of like an
See it.
upgrade
I
specifically?
see it. Hold on. Why do people always make Bayonetta threads when I'm working on them? It really erodes the credibility of future arguments.
I would like to point out he's been working on that thread for over 2 years now.
And
I
he's
think he
saying
was just
all
upset
this
that he
about
didn't do
me.
it.
Yeah, that's a reference to your thread. Like, he's not directly referencing you specifically. Well, I don't think it. Well, are you the only one who's made
Indirect reference.
Yeah, so basically, he's just saying anyone who doesn't Bayonetta thread, like he's saying like it erodes future arguments. The problem with Weekly is he's had 2 years to do this shit and he hasn't done it.
And then I come along and I do it, and then it's a problem. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, because, well, at least according to him, at least, because I guess he thinks he's going to... Look, here's the problem with Bayonetta. The reason Bayonetta's having such a hard time getting a higher AP is because of the anti-feat she has in the second game. That's really the big problem on the table. If she didn't have these anti-feats of losing to Lopter consistently throughout the game, or at least not being, like, comparable from what we see in the cutscenes, there wouldn't be a problem with her scaling higher, because there's no anti-feats against her. It's just that because of the Lopter fights, she has those anti-feats. No, so me and Kyle were actually looking at a downgrade thread that day, and we were just, like, ripping into Weekly's arguments, because Weekly is a pretty knowledgeable guy from what I've seen, but he just does not, he does not know how to argue on versus battle. Like, he's always kind of, like, the weakest one there from what I've seen whenever he's talking about his verse.
Well, let me just go ahead and say this. And this is my honest opinion. You can call me biased, call me whatever, even though I'm totally not. I always try to look at things. You can even ask them. I told them I always try to look at things from 3 different sides. So I can definitely see how you can understand how you can precipitate it that way as Bayonetta losing. Precipitate? What the? Oh, God. Basically, my thing is this. Let's look at those individually. One, the first time she fought the Prophet.
Yeah.
I think people are looking at that, putting a negative spin on that like she lost. First of all, let's look at what happened. She got blasted 3 times at the end of the cut. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Let me get my shit in order. So I'm not interpreted. Interpreted? Is that the way you say it?
Interpreted.
Yeah, interpreted the wrong way.
Well, I guess we're not the only
Do you?
here, Mangler.
So, whatever. Anyway, cutscene. Let's look at the importance of QTEs, of quick time events.
Yeah.
I'm not. Do they add to the canon somehow? But at the same time, no, because they basically there to like, they're basically there to increase the diversity and variety of the gameplay. And basically to show off the main character's combat prowess and their physique. Now, for example, in one of them, Bayonetta falls off if she's like in the beginning of the game, in the second game, if she's in the quick time event and she's unable to stop Valiant's blade, the jet splits in half, crashes into 2 buildings, and she falls to her death. Do you believe a fall from that height would kill her? Yes or no?
No, I believe we see her take a similar fall later on in cutscene. She's perfectly fine. Well,
And she survived atmosphere.
Oh, also she
And
does
she
have to
survived.
go off the fight, the second one.
And she does survive atmospheric re-entry.
Yeah. So
So
like a fall,
after being blasted all the way from Pluto, so a fall from an airplane height, which was already too low, which is pretty much legal in reality, but that's not the point. But so I doubt that would kill her. So if the quick time events are failed and they result in instant death, that shouldn't actually be counted. Now, if she receives damage, then yes, and keeps going, then yes, it can count, but it will serve as an endurance feat. And if she surpasses, it's a show of strength and combat prowess. Now,
Well, so
which brings me to this. When she fought Luke Tier and the ones that are quick time events. Or, for example, let me give you a first one from the first game when she fought Balder. When he telekinetically throws the building at her. If you pass the quick time event, she's strong enough to headbutt it across the cityscape, which is the strength feat. And if she fails, she gets hit with the building, and you see rose petals. Rose petals. Now, I'm going to go back to that, but she's hit and she's damaged, but she's merely staggered, which is an endurance feat. Now, let's go. So, the quick time events add to it to an extent. So, as much, though I'm not going to say all the way as much as cutscenes, but they definitely hold weight to the story. Which brings me to the first time when she fought. I'm sorry, I know it sounds like I'm dragging on, but but just stay with me, okay?
Right.
For example, when she fought the Prophet, or the apparition, or the projection, or whichever which way you want to call it. Like when in the quick time event where it structures that huge tower and then throws it at her. She summons the fist of Madama Butterfly, pummels it, and then summons Madama's full torso to hit it and send it flying, which does a whole lot of damage. And then in the second fight, when she fights him as his child variation, he reaches out into the asteroid belt in seconds, if I may add, pulls down a island-sized meteor. She summons Madama Butterfly, destroys it, and it looks like she's enjoying herself. And then at the very end of that fight, he picks up a build. Now we see the quick time. And when she fought him as Asair, he threw that big ass space station at her. She catches it, uses her legs, and throws it back at him. And he looks in shock and he screams as he's hit by it. So, hold on. Okay, so we've seen that.
Yes.
So, I will admit that he is stronger than her to a degree. But is he all the way outmatching her? I'm not going to buy it, given what we've seen. Now, let me continue onward. Now we've analyzed the quick time events. Now let's look on to the ends of the fights, the conclusions, and let's go by them step by step. Okay?
Right.
When she fought the Prophet, then she fought Junior Lobster, then she fought Aesir. Because those are the ones. Let's look at that. Oh wait, and you know what? No, let me throw in the one where she fought him in his adult variation as well. I'm gonna go in order. Okay, when she fought the Prophet at the very end of the fight, he blasts her 3 times, and when she's shot, we see the rose petals.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go back to that again. Just note how many times I'm bringing up these rose petals because I just wrote something that I'm going to add on the Versus Battle Wiki later. And then I would like to get your opinion before I post it.
All right.
And Mangler, your opinion too, if you don't mind.
sure.
Okay. So she shot 3 times. She sent flying. She falls. She struck. She's about to get back up, but then she's blasted a third, final time, and she sent flying again. Fine. She is struggling. She is damaged, but there's no sign of bleeding, bruising, or a repair. Just the fact that she's kind of in pain. And she's struggling. I will admit that. Now, I believe this should really count instead of looking at the negativity of it, because we've seen characters in many forms of fiction who have received heavy damage and struggle to get back up only to win later on. Have we not?
I mean, yes, but so just on that point in particular, I'm gonna take a little dive in. Regarding that, most of the time though, that is due to either some sort of plot element that gets introduced or some motivation boost that usually happens when that happens in stories. You can't unless we can confirm that being put in based on something the character's ability is. You can't really use the adverse domain because that'd be considered something like plot. But go ahead and continue.
Which is understandable. However, which brings me to the point where I made the last time, where the fight hasn't even really started yet. We're still in the middle of it. It wasn't over. It's not like it dragged on and on. Remember, this had to have been a very short exchange. And she got right back up, ready to go again. She even had enough moxie to insult him. And then, right where Kyle broke me off, he said, like, okay, basically they're trash talking each other, and remember, he only has the prophetic power, which is the remembrance of time. He doesn't have the sovereign power like Loki. So, and the left eye could protect her from any illusions or mind control, and she still had it at this point in time.
Yes.
He used the remembrances of time to make her witness the death of her mother all over again, which threw her into a traumatic state. A state of distress. It's not because she was scared of him. It's not because she was weakened. It's not because she was injured. She got back up by this point and was ready to go again. But he used that against her past trauma against her. Talk about see with the left eye of darkness, invoking her power as an overseer.
Okay.
And then Loki stepped in and opened the gates, which was pretty much the whole objective anyway.
Okay.
So I don't really count that as, so while I will count that against her, I'm not going to count that as like a heavy loss.
I mean, okay, so you can agree to not count as a heavy loss. That's, wait, hang on, do I not have magic tech armament? I don't. The problem a little bit there is, wait, hang on, where's my ability usage at? That's good. Is specifically, before he does the eye thing on her where she sees the death of her mother, she's struggling to stand up from what I remember of last seeing the cutscene. So even...
But, okay, let's watch it again then. Let's watch. You can bring it up. Oh, wait, you're playing a game right now.
Well, hang on. I'll look it up just off the stream real quickly just to look at this here.
Yeah, because she got back up. For example, she does struggle in the beginning, but then she gets back up with...
Hang on, Daniel, hang on. Alright, there we go. Alright.
Wait, where am I supposed to go? Because I'm not seeing anything.
No. You're fine. I'm referring to me fixing up the settings and stuff. I just had to meet the move. Are we good so far? Yes, we are good. Okay. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's save that for next turn because he'll be able to kill it right now. Okay, so do you know at what point in the game the actual fight happens?
Between her and the prophet, the very first encounter, it should be before the level known as the depth, so it should be well within the middle of the game. And after the level called the Arc.
Okay, hang on. I think we got it more or less. I think it should be around here. Yeah, because we haven't gone into. There we go.
Because even while he uses the prophetic power, you can see she's still standing. But she's witnessing it. She's standing and she's ready, and then she, boof.
Okay, so I'm over here looking at the actual. I'm here looking at the cutscenes right now. So let's see here.
Is there any way you can make it so we can see it? Because I kind of want Mangler to see it as well, if he doesn't mind.
Unfortunately, even if I were to do it that way that I did last time, Mangler's a little too busy getting his ass being smashed right now to notice.
What makes you think I'm playing Smash?
Are you not playing Smash?
No, I'm playing the data bosses and
okay,
KH3.
So we're still getting beat regardless.
Hey, it's not that bad.
Okay, so I can do that for you if you want, so we can take a look at it. I thought the only real problem is with the Azir stuff. Yes, but so the reason the Azir stuff is a problem is because of the anti-feed she has. If Daniel can legitimately disprove the anti-feeds, there's not really too big of an issue with the Azir stuff, except that just be a massive spike in power. But that's not a problem with the Indian Bayonetta 3. The problem was always no HP text. The problem was always that Azir very generously took her ass to town. Well, not Azir, Lopter.
Lobster, and then Aesir.
Okay.
What can I say?
Well, would you like to explain?
Oh my goodness.
Would you like to explain how he does this and when, at what exact point
Well, okay,
is that so I can debunk it?
So again, let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and rewatch the cutscene just to make sure, just to make sure I'm on the same page here. Because I can't look at the cutscenes directly while live streaming. Okay, so obviously she takes the first beam. It knocks her completely out of the air, but she is still physically fine. She gets back up for another fight, gets hit again by another beam. And she's going back into an undisclosed amount of fighting because we unfortunately don't see that because it focuses on Loki versus Baldur. And we see Lana once again fire another energy beam at her. And before she actually does that, you can see she's struggling to stand up. So
I see that.
So after 3 confirmed hits, she is struggling to stand up regardless. Now, could she get back up and fight? It's entirely possible if you gave her maybe 2 or 3 minutes, she'd get back up and fight. Maybe. But it's very clearly in that particular fight, Aesir has proven himself to be Lobster has proven himself to be vastly superior.
I don't see how that's vastly superior.
Because she's getting her ass beat. And hang on, let me before we continue here, I just need I'll do this real fast. Sorry.
Do what?
I'm still playing Opera Omnia in the background as well, so I have still have strategy going on here. All right, that's good. We managed to avoid it. Okay. Continue.
Now, I don't want to hit too close to home, so I will ask this question. In the Devil May Cry anime, we see Dante literally pinned to a fucking cross and he's knocked out for hours. Would you say that Abigail was stronger than him in that point in time?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Abigail has a feat of scaling to him, and that's that immediately afterwards, the Dante that recovers from that fight, who would be stronger because he got more human blood, fought him at full strength and couldn't push Abigail back. So yeah, I would say Abigail was stronger than him in that moment.
Yeah, so
Abigail was stupid enough to think that would kill him and left him there. His fault, as he clearly regretted it later when Dante just DT'd and hit him so hard he just blew all of his power off of Sid's body. But yeah, I would definitely say Abigail was stronger than him, or at least comparable enough to put that damage, because he demonstrated a feat afterwards that supported that.
For context, what ended up happening was during DMC5, they retconned how demonic power works. So every time Dante was bleeding, technically, as soon as he healed back his human blood, he would have gotten stronger every single time.
And
so they pretty much gave him Zenkai.
Yeah, he basically got he basically got more points Zenkai boost now. Yeah, basically.
It's also a multiplier. It wouldn't just be additive. So regardless of how much blood he's getting back, it's making him way stronger every single time. And it's not just that, it's that any amount of human blood that he gets in addition to what he's normally doing makes him stronger. So the reason he goes from multisolar to multiversal in 6 years is because he just sat around existing, gaining human blood for that period of time. Multiversal? Yeah. Well, you refer to it as 2C.
Wait, but I didn't even know he was that. I thought we were stuck at Universal Plus last time.
Yeah, we were last time, but things have changed since we last spoke, Daniel, unfortunately.
I'm technically, there's a lot of visions of me and stuff. There is no low 2C Dante, there is only multiversal Dante, but...
We are good for we have to fucking...
Wait, when we say multiversal, are we talking about SMT Dante or DMC Dante?
DMC Canon Dante. Oh.
How is he multiversal? Can somebody explain this to me?
Yeah, sure, multipliers. Massive multipliers. So
also, just the sheer amount of universes that... Well, technically you're multiversal if you're 2C. You just have to be above baseline.
Okay. Okay, so...
that's how it works.
So I see... Oh, do we really not have a heal? Fuck, do we not have a heal of any kind? Oh, please tell me we can heal. Please tell me we can heal somebody.
Okay, well, in that case, let me bring it up to the child variation fight.
Okay, sure.
At the very end of the fight, we see her kick him. He blocks it, sends her flying back. Then he picks up a freaking building and hits her with it and then flies away. Even though he made it very clear in the beginning, his full intent was to kill her.
Okay, so regarding that one, okay, so that depends on whether or not you can. Okay, so you're saying the full intent is to kill her. Okay, I'll get a benefit down and say that's the case.
No, he said, remember, I can even quote what he said at the very end. The other me escaped to the future, and I can't let him have them, which is why I must see you eliminated, my dear.
Okay, here, let me go ahead and just get to that cutscene real fast, because I'm over here.
He even pulled down a freaking island-sized meteor from the asteroid belt and threw it at her.
Okay, so, oh, hang on, what am I doing? Oh, please tell me I haven't lost yet. Please tell me okay, I have not lost yet. Thank goodness. Okay, we're still in this. One last pushback should do it. Sorry, Daniel. It's because I am trying to beat this.
No, it's fine.
Okay, so Reggie over here is a little bit on your side here. If you haven't checked the live chat, because again, like I mentioned earlier, we are streaming. He did say that yes, Locker is superior, but not vastly so. But okay, so even if we assume that's the case, and let's say he's not vastly superior, that's fine. I'm not gonna.
Wait, what?
Did you not hear me, Daniel?
Daniel, you need to check the stream chat.
Oh.
Like on the YouTube stream.
Oh yeah, so I'm streaming on YouTube right now. If you're unfamiliar.
No, I remember.
Boy. Okay. Getting sweeps. Shion is lighting me up.
Holy shit! Okay, let's actually push her back real fast because we're really close.
Get it, Zim. Shion's lighting me up with light because she uses light. Oh wait, you don't know anything about Cage. Fuck you. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
See what I
okay, then, so what were you saying?
Okay, so let me watch the cutscene just to make sure. I think we should be able to succeed here. I don't think I'm in any trouble. Unless, please don't tell me it's an HP attack. Please don't tell me it's an HP attack. Please, God, no. Okay, it's not an HP attack. That would have been bad.
Okay. You sound like you're enjoying yourself.
It's pretty fun being able to do the actual endgame content for a change. Normally, I just kind of like. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on a minute. Brave Heal Buffalo.
Wait, can the people on this stream hear me as well?
Yeah, they've been hearing this entire time.
Oh, wow.
That's why I warned
Hello,
you.
everybody.
Yeah, that's why I warned you earlier about, like, trying to be friendly and stuff, because everyone can hear you.
Oh, I feel so rude.
Well, there wasn't really anything you said that was particularly bad, so I think we're in the clear.
Oh, fuck me. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Okay, we're done here.
Pause. Bro, you just sound like you just busted the meanest nut.
Oh, hang on. Speak of the devil. Welcome back, Cyber.
What up, Cy? Can he not hear me?
I think he's...
What?
Give him a minute. It takes a while.
What is up is the death of immeasurable speed.
What the fuck?
On PSP?
Apparently. What? Alright, Daniel, hang on. We're gonna have to put this on hold for a second. Let me take a look at this.
What? Okay, hold on. Yes, I've heard that before. Not arguing with the standard.
Wait, hang on. So, this is regarding immeasurable speed?
It might get nuked. The entire speed.
Wait, so the entire concept of it is getting removed from VSP?
Yes.
What the hell?
Is that just for, like, convenience purposes? Are they just like, we prefer infinite speed, or is it just like, it causes problems?
Gone. Like, it's gone. Bye-bye.
Wait, it's gone now?
No, not today, but
Okay,
it's looking like it's a work in progress. It's getting nuked.
Okay,
Good thing I still use the old VSB.
Well, hang on a minute. I'm confused. How the hell did they, how does exactly this happen?
Well, you remember they nuked Timeless Voids? This was the next step.
Okay,
To be fair, nobody really cared about Timeless Voids.
Well, I mean, we kind of care about that to an extent, because that's
if you used inaccessible speed, but nobody caught on to that term because it wasn't a real thing. It was just infinite speed under a different
Timeless Voids made Kingdom Hearts blitz a lot of verses.
Yeah, for unjustified fucking reasons. If you want an infinite speed sword, just use fucking like what's it called? Smash Flash Sword. It's just KH2 Sora with uniscaling. Do it, Cyber.
This is why Mango gets put in the corner.
This is what I
I'm
say.
going to
Like,
put Mango in the corner by saying
Removal the measurable speed is why
Mango,
versatility perceived as such a fucking joke.
Cyber, a quarter of every
Okay, see,
argument.
so hold on. So where do you guys go to
Go ahead.
for versus debate information if y'all don't go to versus battle?
No.
I mean, character stats still uses that, the old system.
Let me be clear here for a minute regarding this situation, Daniel. So we usually use versus Battle Wiki for the way they scale, just to help explain things. Like their tiering list is fine, I think, for the most part.
Really, that's tiering list in some terms, and then like a catalog of information.
Some stuff, but a lot of stuff we already disagree with, and we don't really use them for all their stuff. We just use them sort of like as a basis to touch base with people or to help explain. Like for example, when we say Dante is where he should be, 1C. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. But yeah, no, so that's what we use Versatility for mainly. Just like for sort of like where they would be at, so to speak. Because unfortunately, we've already had this versus Battle Wiki in the past.
Okay, interesting.
Cyber, did you want to say something?
Cyber, did you have something you wanted to say to me?
I just wanted to say that, like, okay, personally, I have very conflicting thoughts in the Realm of Darkness right now. So I think it's not just like it's an aging thing. I think you can definitely argue it is, but there's like this statement that the flow of time is completely cut off from it. And there's also like a statement in like KH3 that like it's separate from time itself. It's divorced from time, like cut off from time. So like I think you can argue also like different interpretations. Like time does not flow in the realm, or it's separate from time completely. But it screws up speed scaling to from a narrative standpoint so badly. Like if you read like the Ultimania for Birth by Sleep and some of the mood descriptions, they treat like light speed and reaction speed as like impressive. There's like a lot of massively hypersonic stuff they scale to. There's a few MFTL stuff. Some of it's questionable. Some of it might work as like a high end, but like. The point is, Nomura, I think, intended for light, like speed of light, to be something relevant in the verse. Like, not just something fodder, right? Sure. If we argue that characters can work and, like, move in the realm of darkness and try to treat it as a speed feat, you know what it does? It literally makes fodder heartless. Like, have inaccessible. Then humans who can react to that would have inaccessible. And it literally makes every character in the cast inaccessible, completely fucking with the narrative.
I see nothing wrong
Cyber,
with
the thing with this that I kind of found out is that technically in the same game that talks about this, which is 2.9, or I guess 0.2 if you want to be technical, kind of clarifies that when Aqua says there is no time here, only the clock, when she's referring to the Cinderella world, time is actually just fragmented and like messed up in various locations. Yeah, it is stopped, but time is in the realm of darkness. So that statement.
Well, there's a contradictory thing with that in the. There's a contradictory thing in that one of the official summaries that was released in one of the promotional magazines that they released in Japan that was translated on Page Insider, that the gears like Aqua. Okay, people misinterpret that. I've seen people misinterpret that as like Aqua can reverse time. Therefore,
no. I don't say that. I just say she's animating the gears with magic, and she's just sending the time back to the clock where it belongs. But that still means time is suspended there.
Yeah, like the magazine seems to imply that one of two things: either time is only like an exclusive thing in the Cinderella world, not necessarily the entirety of the realm of darkness, or it has to pertain to the gears that you use for the level, where like the gears are what like allows time to even exist.
There's also time still flowing on the beach from Destiny Islands and like the water as well. Because water
Destiny Islands is not necessarily even connected. There's also a statement from Nomura that like what happened with Destiny Islands, the characters were like experienced literally no time. It's weird. Nomura. Okay, I will say one thing. KH is a hellhole when it comes to consistency.
I know.
I already had lunch.
Hear that, boys?
I was gonna say, hey,
Hell, I just got to eating.
I will banish you to
So
a universe where Devil May Cry got canceled after one.
I just typically
Oh, two-player game, no.
I just typically
Truly a
put
fate
most
worse
of the
than
cage
hell.
characters in the FTL plus range. Most of the MFTL feats for me usually are via travel or heart boosts. Granted, there are immeasurable speed feats in the verse, but they're only applicable via travel via heart. So it's not really like
Yeah, I would agree that doesn't appeal to anyone. You could argue. I've seen people try to wank by saying, "Well, if the heart moving can be immeasurable, then oh my god, you just killed Roxas."
I did, because Roxas has been dead for a while.
No. His heart feat. You don't remember when his heart?
Technically, Nomura killed at the moment he decided to have him be inside of Sora for like all the games, because and didn't have him directly extracted.
Teach their own. Wait. Oh.
Yeah, Zim was into that, but
No.
I knew.
Oh, fucking bastard.
I knew the moment they didn't have Sora directly didn't have Roxas's body extracted and have the replica Hall of Bastion, there was going to be problems with that. Because the only way he was
Just
getting
in the
back to
background
Radiant,
listening to all this, just lost his head.
Oh, yeah,
the only way he was getting to Radiant Garden was via that heart, and that's ultimately what happens.
Hang on. Since for fucking once we actually have my 1DC expert here, you, Cyber, pre-Crisis Superman, where does he scale to?
At least low multi. Well, okay, no,
Dante
hold on.
wins!
Wait, isn't that Golden Age Superman?
You can do Universal Plus is probably a bit more consistent.
Dante
Wait,
wins!
Zim, don't you mean post-Crisis?
No. So someone asked, I wanted to ask you, can Dante Virgil defeat pre-Crisis Superman?
Maybe, but you and I don't agree where Dante scales, so that's a horrible thing to ask.
Okay, so
we'll just do speed
off the top
then.
of your head, with the powers and abilities, is there anything you think pre-Crisis Superman brings to the table that would give Dante... Like, let's equalize AP for a minute. What are his abilities that would...
Someone did ask.
Yeah.
Pre-Crisis has some degree of reality warping, to be honest. It's kind of how he created powers out of nowhere for...
Then there's no problem here.
Wait a minute, when you say pre-Crisis, which pre-Crisis? We're talking Golden or Silver Age?
Say, Danny, could you please elaborate a bit further? Because apparently there's a difference.
This is why
there's a massive difference. They should be relative in AP, but Silver is the one that has the most hacks.
Really?
I thought Golden had more hacks.
Yeah, I was
No.
Silver.
Silver Age had wacky stuff in it.
We all know
because
Silver
of the whole
retains
comic
more value than gold.
No, Golden Age
Sorry,
Superman, Golden Age Superman had some of that, but Silver Age had a lot of that too.
I need to control myself. I'm sorry.
Can I put a pin in this right quick and ask a question?
Sure, go ahead.
In all of your guys' opinion, where is Noriko from Heavenly Sword scaled at?
I don't scale that, so
I've never heard of that verse.
not
Wait,
good.
no, you brought it before, right? Well, if anyone can answer that question for Heavenly Sword, that'd be appreciated. Also, Kyle, you fucking cocksucker, understand that you are the one who needs to bring me the scans, not the other way around.
Wow, and he told me to watch my mouth.
It's my channel, it's okay.
But Zim has now exposed that he is actually toxic, therefore we have to cancel him.
Yay! Just like Nux Taku. Shout out to him.
Wait, why did they try to cancel next topic?
Man, they always trying to cancel him for some stupid shit.
What the hell did he do? Just review the most recent hentai as a good upstanding citizen?
What you did, Zim, was imply that Canadian politics was worse than American. So now I have to cancel you.
Really? Is this really coming from
Why
the guy
would anyone
who
even
literally-
assume that?
Is this coming from the guy who literally posted a picture saying this is what I'm going to do when I'm done with Canada, and it literally just shows the end of God of War 3?
And let's be honest, Canada must be a hell of a lot more resistant considering that a Canadian man can shoot a black woman in the feet and still get away with it. I'm talking about Tory Lane shooting Megan Thee Stallion, in case y'all don't know.
Okay, well, yeah, we try to keep, for the most part, we try to keep specific real-life topics out of here. I don't think that'll cause too big of an issue, but...
Anyway, I gotta dip again. I'm sorry, there's a lot of stuff to be doing in the next 30 minutes.
Don't worry, we'll
I will say, I will say that like I think Kingdom Hearts right now is like FTL plus. MFTL is really shaky. Like there were some stuff from BBS that I thought was legit. Like when they travel with the gliders, you can literally fight Heartless in free motion when you're traveling between the worlds. The problem is they use portals to travel between the worlds. We don't have proof that they free fly through space. There's
I was also going to say,
Go ahead.
They actually don't even fight Heartless in the or Unversed in between the worlds. They just fly directly to them. There are no like gummy missions or anything.
Actually, hold on. Let me get it.
Times, and I never given the opportunity.
There's two sequences where you do. One for Terra, one for Ventus. Let me see if I can find them.
There's like a dog wailing outside, and it's very uncomfortable. But it sounds like it's being tortured.
I trust Cyber to not be complete trash, and I assume that dog is just hungry for its meal of I don't know what the fuck dogs eat.
No, on my end, you fool.
Dog! What?
Oh, sorry. I can't vouch for
my hearing is so good I can hear all the way to California apparently, and only to Cyber's position for some reason, not anywhere else.
Well, hang on, man. So Cyber, before you go, real quickly, since you're still grabbing the scan, does that mean that Infinite Speed as a whole is going to be Nuketown versus Battle Wiki as well?
Oh, of course not. No, just immeasurable might end up surviving.
Immeasurable fucking dying in the corner? Is that all you got?
Here's a sequence. I'm gonna send it in, I don't know, whatever channel I'm in.
What's wrong, Daniel?
Voice chat. Here you go,
hold on.
Mangler.
Mm-hmm.
I just screenshotted this and I'm finna put it in, like, the chat. Okay, hold on.
Go ahead. Let's try bringing in...
Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit.
Plays Cater, tell me you're all mad. Oh, no. Nope, can't use her. Why? You all my magic characters suck fucking dick! Okay, let's,
Zim, vocals is not the gift that God gave you, friend.
I actually wasn't
and I say that
quiet.
with
I was
love.
actually pretty good in choir for a while. I just kind of saw it practice over the years. Allow me to go cry in the corner now.
I just posted it.
No, not you, Zim. I'm laughing at something I just read that was hilarious. And slightly a bit, alarming, but hilarious.
Okay, who will win? No tier 1B or above characters allowed. Team Isekai versus Team Shonen. I think I've already talked about this. I'm pretty sure Isekai... Well, no tier 1B. I'm pretty sure Team Isekai still wins. Like, everyone likes to talk shit about, like, Isekai animes and shit, but the light novels fucking... Good luck with that shit. Okay, so I need someone who...
And here's the Ventus one. Here's the Ventus one, Mangler.
While they're doing that, I need someone who can hurt the enemy as much as I hurt myself, but I don't seem to have anyone who can produce that level of damage.
What are you talking about?
Golbez! My goodness, that's a lot of magic damage you got on you. That's pretty good! Okay.
You know what we should do? We should make, Zim experience everything that happened in Supernatural, but IRL.
No, hell no. Wait, you talk about the show with the Winchesters? Then
Yeah. Zim has to experience everything that ever happened in the show. IRL.
Can you wish that on a person?
He's gonna be playing Wayward Stars for
Come
the
on
next
in.
24 hours.
Dude, Zim, don't worry, I got your back, bro.
Somebody get that boy an
Cyber's
Impala.
been trying to assassinate me for months now.
Cyber, we need to buy an Impala.
Zim has to pay for... Okay, no. Anyway, Mangler, did you watch the video?
Hang on, let me watch
He
it.
can't talk shit because he's too busy doing something else. Haha. Okay, if I upgrade Golbez, I get a dragon.
Wait. I know what I can do. Okay, you are not to be forgiven for your confusion of rocket science and somehow confusion of mooncalcs. Therefore, you are punished.
That is bullshit. You can go. I don't care what the man says. You're fucking stupid. No, that's stupid.
Okay, I'm really lost.
Okay, you don't have the context. Okay, so let me explain. Zim had some very weird misinformation that he believed regarding like a rocket going off in the middle of a city or like moon calcs, and Neo explained to him what was wrong with the moon calcs, and I explained what was wrong with the rocket thing, and he doesn't. He seems to think that even if it's true, it's somehow BS.
Hey, so Cyber, settle.
Wait. Cyber blacked out. I'm sorry, Cyber. Can you please repeat that? I couldn't hear you. You were scratchy.
Oh, let's just say Zim had some misconceptions about like moon calcs and like a hypothetical of like a space rocket was launched in the middle of the city, like just a general localized city, right? And me and another person clarified it for him, and he still thinks it was BS.
That's fucking bullshit.
Wait. So we're talking moon destruction calcs or
No,
moon
okay.
distance?
Yeah, stuff like that.
So the big problem was this, Daniel. If you can go from here to the moon in less than a second, how fast do you think that is?
Well, it takes light
I'll be back.
a bit of a time, a couple seconds to get from Earth to the moon anyway. So I guess you
that's
would be faster than light.
That's what I was thinking. The math says that's wrong.
But I thought we were talking about destruction, not speed.
Well, no. So the moon thing he refers to is speed because I thought if you could go to the moon in less than a second, like a normal person would think, that would be easily light speed. You know, that seems pretty easy light speed. No.
It is.
It's not. The math says it's massively hypersonic. Even if you got there in 0.01 seconds, it would still not be light speed apparently. And I was like, that sounds like bullshit.
How? When it takes light at least 7 to 9 seconds to go around the world.
Apparently, the math just works that way. I don't understand why. Because that sounds like... Yeah, exactly right. It sounds like bullshit.
I mean, it takes like... Okay, let's look at this from an interplanetary perspective. It takes light several minutes to get from Earth to Mars. Now, if you could... I have a character in my story who jumped from Earth all the way to Jupiter and then jumped back in less than a second. That's definitely light speed.
Yeah, that would be light speed for sure because you're going to planets in less than a second. But apparently the fucking moon's like, nah, not light speed. Sorry.
I mean, the moon is technically a lot closer than any other planet, just to be fair.
No,
but
I understand that.
Still,
it just seems like bullshit. Yeah, no. So that's what he's referring to there. That's what happened, and that's where like I'm kind of like this is nothing but horse shit. I mean, again, the math supports them. The math does support them in saying that like, yeah, okay. I mean,
okay.
Yeah, no. That just and regarding the rocket thing. I thought if you fired a rocket in the middle of a city, it would destroy the city, and that's why they always put rockets so far away from the cities because you don't want to destroy the structure. No, apparently that's not true either. So,
well, no. If you can find a way to finally contain the force, like for example, a lot of people, like for example, in that Incredibles movie, the first one, not the second one, when they launched a rocket.
No,
the exhaust and the blast went underground.
Yeah, no, the force is not being contained in this situation. The exhaust just is not strong enough to take the city, apparently.
Hang on a second. I got to answer Reggie's question. It's too hard to do this in text. So Reggie, provide to me the examples of the star level feats from Cage, because you seem to be under the impression that Cage is consistently star level, and I'm here to tell you that is incorrect. But provide me some examples, and I'll see if I can interact with them. And that works. So I can explain why it's not Uni, but it's easier to get the more accessible stuff out of the way. Because star level is definitely a much easier argument to make. Granted, Cage characters probably should be, but I don't know where people keep getting star level from. There's really only like planetary and like stuff isn't measured in stars in the Cage universe. You usually only use planets, like the worlds, because the worlds are specifically referred to as planets.
Go ahead.
Mango, I didn't mean to cut you off, but can somebody please explain to me what the hell Cage is?
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh.
They just call it different. They just like have their own special name.
Well, Cage as in just the K, the first K of Kingdom and the H of Hearts. So I don't have to say Kingdom Hearts every single time I say, the verse.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just like I don't say Devil May Cry every time I say Devil May Cry. I just say DMC. It's an acronym. Yeah.
And what do you say when you refer to Bayonetta?
Just Bayo. Like the first four. Yeah. Acronyms are useful.
Bayonetta,
Yeah, they're like short.
because I'm
Yeah.
not a fucking slime ball.
Hey, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to you. You're a loser.
Oh no.
Imagine not using acronyms. Zim. Cough, cough.
Yeah, no.
Man, it's dark out here with all this shade.
Yep. Shade will be thrown today.
Oh,
So,
now,
wait, Reggie, can you hear me? Can you actually hear me consistently?
Let's let Mingler
Yeah, I
finish
can
up
hear
his
you.
point there. Well, no, he's asking Reggie because he's asking someone in the stream chat.
oh. Is it okay if I get you guys' opinion on something else before I post it? Because I'm
Yeah, you
Sure.
can do that.
As long as you don't mind me interrupting to answer Reggie's question when he responds.
Of course not. Go ahead.
Okay. No, when he responds, he hasn't
we
responded
just
yet.
have to wait for Reggie to respond now.
Okay, so this one isn't really for like power scaling. This is something I wanted to add to like her hacks and whatnot. Or basically, I found a whole bunch of basic information that has like nobody really pays attention to, but it's there and it's kind of, and again, it's in the book, so weekly might come from me again.
All right,
Okay.
so what's up?
Okay, first off, I believe that Bayonetta has an instant healing factor, and that it's mid-high or high regeneration.
Okay.
Now, okay, when Umbra witches like Bayonetta, Jean, or Rosa are injured, they bleed. However, instead of bleeding actual blood, they bleed flower petals. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the powerlifting wiki. I know I showed them, but I didn't show the rest of y'all. If you type in photosynthetic or chlorokinetic blood, which is basically plant-based blood, like what Poison Ivy has, a perk or additional benefit of that is healing and I don't know if it's for regeneration, but healing is definitely listed. Excuse me. At least it was the last time I checked. Now, the bleeding stops after a moment, leaving no other traces of damage, and the Umbra Witch continues combat without issue. We've seen both Bayonetta and Jean bleed flower petals throughout multiple cutscenes and failed QTEs in both games, and while we've seen actual blood from Rosa upon her death, that was a one-time instance whereas Bayonetta still bled rose petals after being hit by the same enemy. I believe that Bayonetta's regenerative healing factor is mid-high or high. This is because she tanked 3 energy blasts from Lopter. These same energy blasts could one-shot her summons, disintegrating and or atomizing each of them in a single shot. She got blasted 3 times, and while she was damaged, she still survived. Now, mid-high, the ability to regenerate from having all biology completely incinerated. This includes being reduced to ash, dust, smoke, vapor, or plasma. This definitely happened to her demons. And the ability to regenerate from a few scattered or lone molecules, atoms, or subatomic particles.
Okay. So I can jump in a little here to say something. Okay, so Bayonetta's creatures were atomized or were completely eviscerated, to be fair, by Lopter. I agree with that one. And I agree with the idea of her receiving a healing factor a little bit at least. You can't directly scale the healing factor of Bayonetta to be high godly, or where are we at right now? Do you say mid godly?
Mid-high and being damaged could still result in a death. That's ungodly and up. But now let me say this. Remember how I told you in our argument years ago how Dante couldn't survive decapitation, vivisection, or anything like that, and then you brought up how he cut Virgil in half, and the blood came out, the blade went through, but Virgil was healed at the same time he was cut,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you saw the cutscenes. You saw where he blasted her 3 times, and each time you saw rose petals. So I believe it functions the same way.
Yeah, okay, see, the rose petal thing is fine. I can easily see you arguing, I can easily see someone or you in particular arguing for that, and I think that's perfectly fine. What I was going to say is you can't argue for higher than that, because while yes, her summons were incinerated, in order to give Bayonetta that sort of healing factor, she has to have been incinerated first, and then she comes back. You can't just say because her durability is higher than her summons, presumably, given that she does take more attacks than, well, they did.
Yeah, and basically, I figured you can make the same argument. Yeah, what you just said.
Yeah.
She would have to be reduced to like particles, and we would have to see her regenerate from that.
Yeah.
But we've seen that she can alter her body. Like, for example, when she gets crushed by the golem, she's cartoonishly flattened and it can come back to normal.
Yes.
And she can also transform into bats. So, basically, I believe her healing factor is mostly magic based. And I believe it functions under, like, sort of a substitution type thing. Like, the damage is absorbed or changed or whatever. Because she has vitality. We see basically I have a vitality theory. Basically, we have a life force in the game, and you can call it a game mechanic or whatever. But once her pool of vitality runs out, she can seriously be damaged. Or you could say it's the same as Dante's with his devil trigger energy. And once that and his stamina wears down, his healing factor will become less and less effective. So I believe it's dependent on her vitality or stamina.
No. So I want to clarify something here for a minute. The healing factor does not get less effective as his stamina decreases.
But isn't that how what's his face beat him and Virgil in the third game?
No. So oh my, are you fucking kidding me right now? Not you, Daniel.
What?
Not you. That's not you. That's not for you. That's for the game I'm playing right now. Okay, hang on. I don't have a heal here, do I? Oh, he's already dead. Doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, one of you fuckers has to have a fucking heal somewhere in this fucking team comp. One of you fuckers heals. I know this for a wait. I think I know one.
I took all the items before the battle even began.
Cecil, you heal, don't you? Don't you fucking lie to me. I know you. Please tell me you fucking heal. Oh, do you fucking heal? Please, for the love of God, tell me you fucking heal. Alright, we're bringing in the brothers. Please, for the love of God, heal, because I can't keep fucking doing this. Anyways, oh, Ronaldo, you're still here? Alright, we'll be here waiting. Yes, that's a heal. Tell me you heal. Ironically enough, both brothers start with their EX. Let's see if we can make this happen. I originally just got him up too, actually. Alright. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's fine. We can just cleanse immediately off him. Okay, so again, what was I gonna say? Hang on. Sorry. Spell. There we go. So you just can't argue for a higher healing factor, but I can certainly see you arguing that he does have in fact a pretty substantial healing factor for sure, or that she would have a healing factor based on that. Like, I was actually thinking about that the other day when you mentioned the bleeding. I was like, well, hang on, she's bleeding. That's confirmed with the rose petals, but she has no such damage on her. So, like, all right, so she would have to have some degree of a healing factor there.
And we also remember when she got stabbed by Jean with the sealing dagger, there was no blood, not even rose petals at that point either. And we've seen the place where she was stabbed while she was in the coffin, but there's no scar. Oh, and we don't see a scar when she's doing summons either. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
I said that's true.
Oh. Okay, now, shall I move on?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Next one. I believe that Bayonetta and other Umber Witches may have the power of self-resurrection, but under certain specific conditions. Now, according to the lore, an infernal contract states that if an Umber Witch dies or is unable to hunt angels any further, they'll be dragged down to hell. This context means that death isn't truly enough to end the contract because, I mean, if death was the end of it, they would have stopped there. But they said is unable to hunt angels anymore. Excuse me. Now, Radon has stated and explained how resurrection is possible. It all depends on their Umbra hearts, or their Umbran watches. The watches contain powerful magic that grants endless youth and vitality, as well as the power of self-resurrection. Now, these are basically the 4 points. The watch must remain intact and in contact with the soul for resurrection to be possible. That's why it didn't work for Jean, on top of the word Trinity of Realities being out of balance, but that's another conversation. 2,
hey,
a
Daniel,
soul isn't...
how much longer do we have? Reggie finally responded, so whenever you're ready.
I don't have that much left, but if you'd like, I can wait.
You can finish if you don't have that much left.
Okay. 2, a soul isn't truly dead until their soul's been absorbed into another realm with the Trinity of Realities, leaving a 24-hour window for resurrection. 3, the Umbred Watches keep the body in stable condition after soul removal for 24 hours, even when not in contact with them. And and I quote, "The magic in these things keeps your kind alive for eternities." This may sound like an exaggeration, it may sound vague or like propaganda, but coming from a being that's literally called the Infinite One, that has survived past generations of quasi-immortal beings, it's not too far-fetched. In the game, when Bayonetta dies, the player receives the option of whether or not to continue. If we pick yes, Bayonetta's revived. If not, she's dragged to Inferno and her contract is finished. While this can arguably be perceived as a simple game mechanic, it does tie into the lore and the context and the aesthetic of the contract.
Okay.
Plus, the
jump
rose
back to
petals
screen.
aren't exactly a game mechanic either. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to be answering Reggie's questions and Discord, so you guys won't be able to see them, but I'll read them out. So, Reggie was asking why don't Cage characters scale to star levels, and he's bringing up some examples. So, Terra versus Aqua. Terra's able to create a landscape with a bunch of stars, right? That's technically wrong. So when she fights Terranort in Hollow Bastion, while it is a mandatory gameplay sequence, it's just an area where there's like some sparkles in the sky. You could argue they're stars, but there is no real reason for us to argue aside from them being real, since I can give you the example of the Zeus feat. They don't contribute anything to the fight whatsoever. He doesn't pull one down from the sky or throw anything at you. He also doesn't have any star names, star-based attacks at all, so I would just argue it's simply design-wise. I mean, that's not really... There's nothing really to support it being, like, a dimension with stars in it, especially since it looks like it has walls on the side. Datasaur being a threat to the Datascape, which is a replication of the real world. Well, it should be noted that inside the Datascape, you can create anything. So when they say that they create Sora based on his data, it should be noted that inside of a computer you can make things that defy real-world logic, because they operate based on the code that you programmed into that computer, which is not the same rules that exist in the real world, especially not in Cage's standards, because in Cage 3 they literally have a statement from the descriptions, which I can bring up now because I'm playing Cage 3. I'm losing at Cage 3 right now.
I never could have guessed.
Once they get past this infernal loading screen, of course. So, or maybe if you'd stop dying, I wouldn't have to go here so much. Freaking loser.
Yeah. Blame Sora.
I'll blame the car for its inability to drive. I think that's fair.
Oh,
if I put oil in it and it doesn't start, then that's not my problem.
Are you sure
I
it's
just
not
saw
just
his
user error?
response.
Oh, go ahead.
I just saw his response. He said Zeus can create constellations, though.
Yeah, I'll get into that. So there's literally a glossary in the glossaries for KH3. It says artificial simulations based on real world. Inside a datascape, time can be made to loop indefinitely, and the impossible becomes possible. So it's literally stated that they can just reality warp. They can make whatever they want happen. So not only would it be not a representation of actual the real Cage verse, it's not even the real Sora. And also, the Cage in the datascape, they don't even confirm that they make all the realms. Now, this is going to hurt a lot of people's understanding of this, but technically the Cage verse isn't even confirmed to be the size of the universe. Cat. There's just a statement from Namor, or not from Namor, from Xehanort that says there's presumably countless worlds because he searched over his entire lifetime and he's kept finding more. But I just argue with the assumption that there is, so I don't have to argue with people further. Technically, there is no evidence for any of the realms being universal in size. There's no statement anywhere that is referred to in that manner. But I guess you could. It wouldn't really matter because the main characters don't scale to it. But so there's the data thing. In Cage, he says also in Cage, aren't they powered by Cage, which is able to bring back countless planets and stars? Yes and no. So in Cage 3, that thing is just the source of all worlds' light. And it can perform wishes within the realm of darkness, or at least commands in accordance with the person who has the X-Blade, which, according to whatever you desire, based on what you're describing it to KH3. This is shown by the scenes in KH3 where Xehanort makes various commands. And when he makes various commands, the Kingdom Hearts responds to him in like direct command to it. You do need to make it clear though. If you make some vague statement, you might get a vague response. Because the KH is sentient. It is a sentient being. So, as far as it being able to bring back countless planets and stars, that's through light. That's through things that are touched in the realm of light. So while KH is certainly capable of all that power, no one scales to that. The X-Blade itself doesn't even scale to that, because the way that the X-Blade seems to operate is that once it's crossed light and darkness, according to DDD's description, it becomes the counterpart to KH. So KH simply recognizes you as your wielder, based on the balance of the crossing of light and darkness. It doesn't necessarily say that it doesn't become universal in power. It literally is like a symbolic thing. He's going to destroy the light and dark universes and destroy the land of departure with a black hole spell. Yeah, but the land of departure is only the size of a planet. I wouldn't. X-Blade Xehanort technically only loses because he doesn't know how to use the X-Blade. He loses for that, and he loses for plot reasons because Nomura wanted to make a sequel. There's really no reason inside of the plot that he should have won, because he could have warped Dalton and Goofy off to 2 other worlds and then just killed Sora on his own, because he already showed he could beat Sora in a one-on-one, because he does so multiple times in the fight. So for all intents and purposes, since he doesn't have any feats that actually put him at that level, even with the X-Blade, because he doesn't know how to use it properly, you certainly can't scale Sora or any of the cast that are weaker than him. It's also not stated he's going to wipe out the light and dark universes. I had a discussion with this with Excalibur in general. Yeah. No. It was technically Beyond Earth was involved after the fact, but basically,
hear his name here.
Technically, what is said, actually, you know what? Excalibur helped me with this because he made it really simple by talking in general chat. So I can just look up what he says, because he took the exact statement from KH3. So what he says specifically, his exact quote is that the world begins in darkness. From the darkness came light, from the light came the people, and the people had hearts. Evil burgeoned in those hearts, begetting more darkness, and the darkness spread across the world like a plague. The light, the symbol of the world's hope, was devoured by shadow, leaving nothing but ruin and utter failure. But the first light, the light of Kingdom Hearts, it can give us a new start. An empty world, pure and bright. Blank in the English translation. What I simply told him before he put this was that the point of Xehanort's intention is that he just wants to remove darkness from the realm of light, because it doesn't belong there, as it's the realm of light, not the realm of darkness. He just wants to get it out of there. He doesn't want the Heartless there because they don't belong there. He doesn't have to interact with the realm of darkness. He doesn't mention the realm of darkness. He doesn't talk about the realm of darkness. The realm of darkness isn't mentioned at the end of the game. He's not altering it or affecting it. Also, if he's talking specifically about the worlds in question and the greater world, which is just what all of the worlds were made up of, there aren't any worlds, plural, in the realm of darkness, according to KH3, according to the games. In fact, under the 3 realms, it says specifically that the realm of darkness is a space that's closed off from time. It's not specifically stated to have planets. Whereas the realm of light and the realm between are specifically stated to be planets that exist in a great sea of stars. That's the exact statement made.
May I ask a question?
Yep.
Are you okay? You sound like you have a runny nose.
Oh, no. Sorry. Sometimes my nose is just funky.
Understandable.
It might be the mic quality. But,
hey, sorry
I was
again,
gonna say,
but who is
you
that,
mentioned...
bro?
What?
Is that Alan?
Oh, yeah, that's Alan. Oh, Alan.
That's probably Alan, yeah.
He's been texting me this whole time, and I didn't even know. I mean, I messaged him back, but he just hit me back. Let me repeat what he said. Hold on. He said, "Quick question, but how come real females can cosplay anime males better
Oh
than
yeah,
males?"
he sent me the same one. It's probably not something that's too relevant for the stream.
Yeah, but I did answer him. I said, because a large number of men in anime are drawn with feminine features, like how a lot of Asian men look very effeminate, it's the same thing. He just said, yeah, I just didn't realize how noticeable it was.
How,
People say women are overshadowed by men in anime. It's the biggest crap I've ever heard in my life.
Reggie is asking me, how would you drive out darkness from the universe without physically doing something to it? Simple, Reggie. I mean, Kingdom Hearts has the ability. It's the source of all light and all powers that are derived from the light. So understand that while darkness exists in every heart, what he was simply going to do was a hard reset. He was just going to cleanse every dark source with more light. It's also explained by Riku that you don't just have to purge it. You can consume the darkness and return it to light. So you can physically extract it by putting inside of something, or you could just purge it with light. Well, when I say reset the I guess I don't mean reset the universe. Reset the realm of light. So all of the tons of planets and stars and nebulas that exist in them. I don't refer to it as a universe. Sometimes when I say that, I just say that so I don't have to argue with people. There's no evidence of it being a universe specifically. We know it's much larger than multiple solar systems put together because of all the world maps. But we never have a statement that is referred to collectively as a universe. We don't have this statement for any of the realms, be it the realm of sleep, the datascapes, the realm between, the realm of darkness. We don't have any statements for any of these. People just assume they're universes because a lot of times, usually you get statements. But this isn't like, Bayo or like DMC or Dragon Ball where we're clearly having statements of universe thrown around. KH doesn't do that.
Why doesn't he join the stream? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Can he not join the stream and talk with us directly?
Oh no. He can. I guess. I just put it down there because at the moment you guys were talking, he can talk in the voice chat stream if in the actual stream if he wants to. That was just another. I'm trying to get people to use the voice chat stream text and not the voice chat text, because people are still talking in there while not being in a voice chat. I'm really peculiar about the rules.
Okay,
yeah, that's just that. And this is me being a stick up my butt. So yeah, Reggie, you can talk on the main channel.
I'm sorry, I really didn't want to force you or anything.
Oh no, he did have to. Well, he can still hear us. Like he knows what I'm saying. Yeah. It's still a solar system. Yeah, but that would just be KH scaling to that. That wouldn't be Xehanort. Like, while you directly control it with the X-Blade in terms of its AP doesn't scale to KH. It's just its counterpart. All it does is fulfill the functions of it. Because, like I said, the way that it's literally a tool that once you get light and darkness perfectly crossed, Kingdom Hearts recognizes you as your guardian. It's not actually, so powerful that it literally recognizes you. Like, even if you thought all of the characters were Uni, or Star Level, or whatever. Actually, if you think they're Star Level, then it makes no sense why you would think that a perfect crossing of them would somehow give you the ability to make a weapon that can recreate multiple universes. That makes no sense. Can't at the moment, otherwise would have said, yeah, no, I got you. Then there's the Zeus creating constellation. So the constellation feat is already, super iffy for a number of reasons. The first of all is the most obvious, and that's that, aside from the obvious problems with scaling, because many characters consistently scale to planetary or higher due to the worlds, Zeus...
Actually, sorry, I actually might be able to put in on this a little bit. A lot of the characters that they use in the Kingdom Hearts games are mainly from Disney, and they have a lot of context in the Disney movies. And in the end of the Hercules movie, we do see Zeus create multiple
sure, which would be completely fine if the Hercules canon was prevalent in the cage, but that's not the case. Well, the Disney characters, no. The way the canon of the Disney world works is that they're all linked to their own worlds specifically. So, while they do have things that they pull directly to the movie, some they pull, directly word for word. A lot of them, they just move various various feats and things that they do around in the story, and they alter them or abridge them for the purpose of Cage. In the case of Zeus's, he does perform it, at least I think, the same way that it's done in the original. My problem is that this Zeus doesn't have the basis or the claim specifically to be making this feat valid. Because in the original, Zeus is just a god who is aware of the existence of other worlds. In Cage cosmology, this version of Zeus isn't aware of the existence of other worlds. Hercules isn't even aware of it. And he's interacted more with Sora, the only person that doesn't belong in that world, than anyone else. The only one who knows of the existence of other planets in Olympus Coliseum is Hades. So the idea that he's manipulating and like interacting with the matter of various stars and things that don't exist on his world is very skeptical.
He actually is. He just doesn't realize he's ruining people's entire lives.
So I simply argue that constellation feat is an illusion because it's not applicable with the rest of
Are you saying it's all an illusion?
It's all part of Eisen's plan. What about Cloud and Sephiroth? What do Cloud and Sephiroth do?
They have sources. Well, this depends because they're safe for Sephiroth involved. I think
Do you mean like their? So are you talking about like their own individual canon? Because individual canon of crossover is usually pretty applicable if it's referenced or like acknowledged in some capacity. But like,
well, we do see stuff off the one way, so I guess.
So the problem with Final Fantasy specifically is that due to the way that light and darkness and the various worlds work, the origin point for the Final Fantasy characters in this verse is not from like they're not being. It's not like Dissidia or something where they have like amnesia or they're being pulled from somewhere. They're literally just born in the cage first, as if they've always been here. So none of the feats that happened in the original canon happen for them here. Whereas, like, at least in the case of something like Marvel vs. Capcom, even if the spaces and areas that they're located are smaller, I can at least say they happened in those various universes, and they were just pulled into this area for this one part of the portion of the fight for that kind of scaling, for that kind of crossover, or something like SMT, for example. Whereas in Cage, that's not really true. It's the case. It's always been the case that in the case of Cage's canon, that those versions of the characters act as if they've always been there. They never make any reference to like another world, or a Cloud's not going around here like, man, I've been poisoned by Geostigma, and I'm so sad that I lost Eric and Zach. I just got to get better. Like, no, no, that never happens. So according to Zim, this would be the best version of Cloud then, because he's not whining about anything. Isn't that right, Zim? Isn't that right?
You're not wrong. Hang on. Okay. Oh, do I want to pull for Kaido or not? Son of a bitch.
Yuzora is from another world. I know Yuzora is from another thing. Careful there. I haven't gotten to him that. We're into spoiler territory. But
ooh, there's more.
yeah. So the thing is, so another world, you can certainly. I'll get into that information when I get to that stuff, but. The way that crossover canon works is exactly as I explained. If it's referenced or acknowledged in any capacity to like broadly enough that you can make like a solid argument, as in their origin point and their background is consistent, you can probably argue unless something contradicts it. You still not play Remount? I did play Remount. I'm literally going through the data bosses. They're so freaking hard. I also don't play them consistently. I have to work. I got through the first 11. I'm on Shion. What do you want from me? Girl's tough. She's tough. She's got a keyblade or something. No, I never thought I'd say that sentence this far into Cage scaling, but yeah, the second reason for the Zeus thing is more so that like, and apparently Cyber brought up that there's a statement from Nomura in like the original Cage 2, or for like I guess the deluxe final mix version that. Apparently, Finals in this is stronger than every character in the up to that point in the game, including Hercules. Stronger than every like main villain. But I would say that even if you use that statement, it wouldn't upscale Sora because Sora never beats Hades. If you play Cage 2 specifically and watch the fight, Sora not only doesn't do anything to Hades the first time he shows up when he's under the curse, even when after he removes the source and it's in-game Sora, he still can't hurt Hades. The only way he can hurt Hades is with Hercules' divine power. He can't even beat Hercules in the first game as soon as Hercules uses his divine thing without throwing barrels at him. So, like, it's literally a gameplay mechanic that if you don't throw a barrel at him, you can't proceed in the fight. Or you just have to wait for him to not do that. Like, when he's in that state, you can't actually injure him outside of barrels. It's the stupidest thing, but it's something that's consistent with what's shown as part of the gameplay sequences in 2, that you can't progress, because he will just stay in the fire form forever, and will just kill you. So, even if you think he fought a stronger person, the fact that he can't interact with Hades is like, yeah. Plus, there's no statements of the organization members being, like, drastically stronger than him anyway. Not to mention it wouldn't matter, as the Roxas who fights Sora at the end of the game would already prove that he was stronger than every organization member except for Xemnas. And Xemnas doesn't show concretely that he can, like, that he wants to kill Sora until the very, very end of the game when he's final Xemnas. But at that point, Sora is literally, like, mainly for plot reasons, is also fighting alongside Riku. And Xemnas, I could just simply argue that Xemnas, for plot-induced stupidity reasons, loses. The only time where Sora actually consistently beats an antagonist with proper, like, scaling is, like, Cage 1 and Chain of Memories. And, I guess, DDD. So, maybe in the case of DDD, if you want to argue that, I still, like, again, I don't think this feat is applicable. If you argue, then really, honestly, the only Sora that you can scale to it is maybe DDD Sora. Like, in-game DDD Sora, you can scale to, like, multi-solar. But then that's super weird, because then you have, like, KH2 Sora being, like, multi-planetary and being, like, vastly weaker. For no particular reason. So every character is planetary. Every character is beyond planetary, like large planetary. I just say multi-planetary because there's nothing, apparently according to VSB's thing, there's nothing in between planet to dwarf star. There's like nothing there.
Okay. As a Cage expert, let me ask you a question, because I've been coming across this a lot recently in all kinds of, Comic Vine, GameFAQs, Reddit, all kind of shit.
Sure.
And I've seen this a lot. I mean, I haven't seen it as frequently, but I've seen it, and given the fact that I'm not really all that deep into Kingdom Hearts, Bayonetta versus Sora, who do you think wins?
Daniel, your mic quality kind of dropped a little. Is there any way you can adjust it slightly? Just a little bit?
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Maybe I just need to turn you up a little bit.
That is why you don't pull for characters when you can't hit the creative limit. I just lost all my premium currency. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me now?
Yes. We need Red Dusk in here with those mad hot titles.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Daniel?
Sora versus Sora versus Bayonetta, who wins? A lot of people have told me Sora, and given everything you've explained, I'm finding it hard to find out why, unless it's hacked.
So, the thing, even though Sora is nowhere near as strong as people put him, like, again, like, some people put him in, like, solar system, that's still a little wink, but it's not that high. It's not, like, that far off. Granted, the distance between star and solar system is pretty high. Some people have put him at, like, multiversal, so, like, keep in mind, you're nowhere near as bad as you could. I still think, based on Bayo's feats, I mean, obviously you'd have to argue. I think you have to argue her at moon level to planetary, somewhere in that range. I think Sora would have probably an AP difference, like increase, but like the problem with Sora is that his speed feats are only consistently FTL, whereas Bayo over here, Bayo fighting freaking like cars that can travel across, heaven.
Thousands of times larger than the universe.
Yeah, like just But Bayo's speed feats just kind of sweep Sora left and right.
I got some things I gotta take care of, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here for now. Since I just died on the inside, and I'll probably be streaming potentially later tonight. But I think Kyle wants to take care of something. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for your time as always, and have a nice day. I just lost.